Okay. What are you trying to tell me? That I'm always late, Dave?
Yes.
Okay. How many occasions have I been late? Tell me right now. You have 5 seconds.
How many occasions have we cast together?
I asked you the first question.
No, we've
5,
done like
4.
5, and every single time I'm already into the game before you call me.
You're exaggerating.
Nope. Run it back. Everyone run it back. Everybody run it back. Always into the game. The game has already started before you call me.
You're exaggerating.
Okay,
The
anyway.
German's never late.
Germans are... Okay, then I guess you're not German then. We're going to have a test done.
Wow. So first, yesterday you troll me all the time with swimming pool, and now
No. Let's make this clear. Let's make this
Now
super clear.
you're questioning.
You trolled yourself with that. You said you knew it was going to be bad when you were telling the story. Anyway, we're in the finals of your tournament, all right? Mayans against Britons. Classic matchup, all right? Archer matchup here. Mayans against Britons.
Yes.
I like Britons in the mid game, and they're very far apart, so we're probably going to get to the mid game. We got Yo against Hera. Pretty stoked about this matchup, not going to lie, dude.
Dave, what happened? It feels like you have so much energy today. I love it.
I know, because we've been casting... Well, 4 hours today, and we had some pretty entertaining moments in the first games, so I got energy, you know?
The good thing is...
I think it's
right
because
now,
I haven't been talking to you all day, actually. So, check up in an hour or so.
Wow. I felt this could go that way, but I was like, no, Dave is too nice, and then you have proven me wrong, so...
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I understand that. But anyway, we have to keep it serious, okay? Because this is the final of JMB Season 1, and there is no room for bantering whatsoever.
None. And there's no room for... I don't know where I was going to transition there, but these players are super far apart, and Britons I would favor roughly here over Mayans on this mega random generation where the bases are super far from each other. Yo is now going for a house over that boar because Hera was there trying to lane once again, similar to what he did against Valessa.
Yeah, this time he learned though.
Yeah.
This time he has learned. He exaggerated or extended, and then he lost the eel. And this time I like the approach because I would never trade my scout for a village kill.
It was super early though. To be fair, it was like when Valessa had how many vills? Like 8 or 9? That's a big impact.
It is, but
and
scout man.
Yeah, I know, but he was fortunate that the map was pretty straightforward. He didn't need to scout any of those other areas.
Yeah. Anyway, we see barrack opening.
2 militia.
We have Mr.
3.
1 militia right now, and he's adding the second one. It looks like there could be a third one coming as well because he doesn't. He hasn't not loom researched yet. Maybe only 2. I don't know.
I think it's gonna be 2. He's getting loom now, so it's just gonna be 2. Yeah, he hasn't gone out to the gold either, and he's bringing in another boar. How many boars were there on this map? 3?
I don't know. Actually, I didn't check.
I feel like there were 3 on this generation. Dude, the last Mega Random generation we had was like the most vanilla Mega Random I've ever seen in my entire life. The one with Valessa and Hera was just boring. Like, it was just really boring.
At one point, I was happy because their TCs were so close together, where I felt like, okay, this has a high potential of aggressiveness, but on the other side was like, as you said, it was too boring for Mega Random generation, and Hera obviously knows that the militia are coming in here. He had scouted the barrack, and now Hera is walling the berries nicely, so Mr. Yo is not going to be able to find any damage here.
Unless he gets to the house. No, Hera tasked the villager onto that, and Hera has 4 militia of his own. So we're going to continue with the greed here, I guess, for Hera. Well, I guess 4 militia isn't that greedy, but that last set he played against Valessa, he went FC twice in that set, and then the third game was just full wall, a few archers into Castle Age. So Hera full walling his base. He has no openings now. He has 1 gold inside, and he's got lots of cows left over to get that food income in. He's going to start on the farms pretty soon. Mr. Yo also almost fully walled, and he's going to be tracking these militia across the map.
Hera obviously has the advantage because he has 4 militia against 2 of Mr. Yo, and the only thing Mr. Yo can do right now is just run away It is definitely very favorable for Hera because he has 5 units now, which he can use to attack any houses or barracks which are exposed, and they're going down pretty fast against Dark Age in Dark Age. So I don't like that Hera is chasing those units down. He should be going forward to Mr. Yo and try to make something happen, I feel.
Well, he might just think that Mr. Yo is fully walled. Like, from what he saw earlier, you saw the palisade walls, the houses there. Might as well just chase the militia at this point. I don't know with 4 of them, though. Maybe an eagle and 2 militia, you chase that. But Yo takes the fight anyway, so it works out for him at the end of the day.
Yeah, this is the point where he has to commit now to Mr. Yo's base. And now, thinking about Britons against Mayans. This is a very classy matchup, but which civilization do you think should come out on top of this one?
I think if Britons don't get harassed, if they're fully walled and you're just having archer battles in the middle, I think Britons should come out on top. But the problem is when the Mayans make it messy, right? If the Mayans have like a forward position or whatnot, it could be pretty brutal because they can switch into eagles. And the economy for them should be a little bit better at home. But the Britons with that extra range, if they get the crossbow mass, can be super devastating.
Exactly. I mean, with Britons, you should have a bit of an easier time to boom behind your army because of the cheaper TCs. But it feels like with Mayans, you have a great army composition out of plumes and eagles. And Britons will be forced to go for the champion line and also for longbows. And in general, Britons should be stronger if they are capable of forcing a fight at one spot. And this map doesn't really invite for that because the area is just too big to wall. So it feels like mine should have a little bit of an advantage here.
Dude, 2 villagers to repair that house, and it's still losing HP because he's still in Dark Age.
Yeah.
Some idle time forced out there, and Hera's probably going to have the archer range follow-up. Yo will confirm that with his militia. He's still getting value out of that. A little bit of scouting. Really predictable, but it's nice to see anyway. And Hera now dropping some farms. Didn't get Horse Collar.
Yes.
He's going to place those down, and he's going to go into the 1-range archer production. Yo can go into 1-range archer production too and slowly make his way to the next stage. No eco upgrades for him either.
Exactly. Usually when you go for that build, the economy upgrades are coming after you have clicked up to Castle Age. And yeah, in general, I feel like the build is a little bit better for Mr. Yo because I don't expect Hera to be accomplishing too much with his man-at-arm and archer aggression. But he will obviously boost his economy right now. Yeah,
this is gonna go down.
A lot of farms.
Oh, that was so close, Jordan. That was like 1 HP away from dying. That house. That would have been really annoying. This was 4 men at arms. Was there only
1 villager?
Yeah, there was only one villager. Yeah, there was only 1 villager repairing.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. I don't like what Hera is doing right now. It feels like he's wasting a lot of HP on the man-at-arms and they could be used somewhere else. Well, but let's see.
Here's the archers coming in now, and Yo's going to have to respond to this. He just goes for 1 house behind that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But still, those archers are fully upgraded for Hera. And Mr. Yo right now, he's now researching flashing. So there will be a timing window where Hera can move inside. And Mr. Yo, he has to be so cautious. Oh, he places him.
Placed the gate on the wrong side. Lost a villager there, too. This is rough, man. And that's why Hera was attacking the house. You said you didn't like it, but he sensed blood in the water, right? You could smell it.
And he was, and he was right with that decision. Because now he's capable of forcing so many reactions from Mr. Yo. And Mr. Yo, right now, he could even die here.
Well, he's waiting for Castle Age. I think if he loses, like 3 villagers, it's acceptable here, but if Hera cuts off that gold and kills all his army, Yo's gonna be in a really rough spot. Now engaging against the men-at-arms, he's gonna lose another villager, and now he's gonna lose another one. Hera's still microing the archers. This is really bad for Mr. Yo.
This is disastrous here. He lost another villager, and he will lose another one. He loses another one. How many did he lose? He lost
6.
6 villagers in total.
6 vills. He is in Castle Age now. He's going to lose 7 here. That's sloppy to send her over there. That's really sloppy. But I think he's just trying to balance now. He's trying to make something happen. He's going to go for 2 extra TCs. And he does have food in the bank, so he will be able to make up the difference with the villagers there, but that is just a loss that I think could have been avoided.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he got really
Hera's-
greedy there. Didn't want to spend the stone on a tower. He was waiting for TCs, and he just messed up the timing a little bit on going up to Castle Age.
Man, Hera is so good. Now even, oh god, Mr. goes for the wood upgrade now and the horse color. Like, his start has been completely disastrous. A perfect aggression by Hera. And the problem is, not only did Mr. Yo lose a lot of villagers in the process, but he also lost his archer mass. And now there's nothing Hera has to be afraid of at all.
I'm curious to see when Hera gets to Castle Age. He's 2 minutes away right now. Yo is going to have 3 TCs, and I think he can produce out of all of them. I want to see the villager difference when Yo reaches. Right now it's 40 to... It was 24 before, after that raid. So he was 16 villagers behind. I think it's going to be more or less even by the time he gets there.
No, it won't. He doesn't have the food income. He only has 8 on food right now. That's never enough to produce out of the old TCs, right? And you can see his idle TC time. It's increasing and increasing. And from Hera, we see the switch to Eagles. So those Eagles are going to be able to do so much against the incoming units from Hera. So that is just beautiful play by Hera right now.
And Yo looks so good earlier today, too.
Exactly.
He was steamrolling ACCM. Yeah, that Byzantine strat again today. Dude, that thing is nuts. And he went into cataphracts too, and it just made it look easy.
Exactly. It was just amazing, but wow. Right now it felt like with the start, Hera seems to be on a different level than Yo. Like it seemed like the aggression wouldn't be paying off, but oh boy, I was completely wrong about that one, and Hera has proven you and me wrong, Dave.
When did I say the aggression wouldn't pay off?
I was like,
if
I include him, will he defend himself, or will he be like, okay, let's ignore that statement?
Wait, you know what? In Canada, we call that slander, my friend. What? It's illegal.
Well, it feels like every time we're casting together, you're slandering all over the place. So it was time for a payback.
Okay. Forward Siege Workshop here from Hera. Hasn't sold his stone.
Yep.
I never... It's funny, when Hera goes for forwards, he rarely sells his res. A lot of other players, like you see them go for this forward into the Eagles, immediate selling of the stone, right? They just want the gold to go for the forward pressure, but Hera plays the forward so, I would say, safely. He's walling up at home. He's got the option to go into extra TCs if he needs to, and he's just going to try and get a little bit of damage on Yoziko with this pressure, and he'll add TCs eventually. He's going for a Ram to start things off. Ram got a lot of value against Valessa in that Yucatan game. I think he killed like 7 buildings or something.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was really, really good. And village account is equalized now. Mr. Yo was able to do that, but he obviously doesn't have the army, and he doesn't have the quality of the army as well. So Hera is going to find a lot of villager kills here again, I would assume here, Dave.
Yep. I think Yo should almost go for Stonewalls here, if he can.
Yeah, Stonewall and Siege Workshop himself, but right now his economy, while the villagers are a little bit more, their efficiency is not there, and the villagers haven't collected as many resources yet as Hera's villagers did. So yeah, it feels like he's not really able to afford all these things.
If Hera ever gets in with +2 Eagles, this is over.
This is over, exactly.
And it's house walls from Yo. Oh
yeah.
God, he almost got in.
That was so close. That was so
close. 1 millisecond away from being in the Siege Workshop now for Mr. Yo. Monka S indeed. That was that was something.
Yeah. And Mr. Yo, he's suffering so much pressure now. And Hera even has a second ram as well on the south side. And Mr. Yo has to be really, careful, or he has to decide where does he send the Mangonel first. I guess it will be the south side.
Goes for stone walls. I like that. Mangonel is going to be out, and Yo will be able to defend. He is at 57 vills, Hera at 50, but Worker efficiency, in general, doesn't show right now on capture age, but in general, it's been better for Hera. Because he hasn't been walling behind this and whatnot. And Hera goes for that second TC. So it's just forward pressure, steady eco behind for Hera. Slowly going to boom up, and he's going to keep the pressure on Mr. Yo's base and prevent those archers from coming out. Yo still doesn't even have the crossbow upgrade for these units.
Yeah.
Needs a stone wall at the back here, too.
Yeah, he doesn't have botkin arrow as well, so he has a lot of places where he's really fragile. He's walling himself on the right-hand side with stone, so that is good. He has a very healthy economy right now, but obviously, like, Hera needs to get some mangonels in there as well, and I just absolutely love it.
That's good. I love targeting that Vil first, because now Hera doesn't have anything forward, nothing to repair the siege. Yo is going for a market back here.
Mm-hmm.
And Hera now shifts his focus onto that blacksmith. And Yo is going to go for the castle, like you said. It's gonna get ugly here, though, Jordan. If Yo makes one mistake, this is terrible.
This is over. He needs to be clutch with the walling. If he has one gap, then he's dead.
Good mangonel shots from Yo. He's got 2 of them now. He needs his attention at like 3 different spots at once, because Hera's gonna continue pushing in.
This is funny to watch. Like, you know exactly if Mr. Yo misses one beat, Hera's in, and those eagles are shredding everything.
Yep. I have to say though, like, well done from Yo to even be alive at this point.
Yeah.
So many other people would have just folded like a wet tissue paper under this pressure.
Exactly. And it feels like he's holding, Dave. I don't see how Hera can breach him anymore, and he has a 19 villager advantage right now.
Still no crossbow.
No. Oh, and the mangonel survives by Missio. That was so close for Hera, but unfortunately for him, not capable of making it happen. And now we have the 3rd TC being added by Hera as well. So he realizes that the situation he is in right now is a bit of problematic.
He's kind of like He's kind of yoing Mr. Yo right now. Because when I think about pushes where people have decent eco behind it, I think of Mr. Yo. He does it so well with the forward, and then you look at his macro behind, and it's amazing. And that's exactly what Hera is doing against our Britain's player, and Yo is just trying desperately to get the eco upgrades. He's trying to keep his economy rolling. He's stuck in the area here. He's all out of stone at the back, almost has enough for another castle. But no more stone to take, and he's just desperately trying to get good trades with the mangonel, but so far Hera has come out on top with that.
Yeah, I think there is a 2-0 trade now for the mangonels in favor of Hera, so he has been on point with those.
Hera needs to market.
It's not like Mr. Yo is not watching. Say what?
Hera needs to market. He didn't go for the market earlier, like most players would with this forward eagle push, but right now he's got 1,300 gold. Now would be really useful to have that market. Yeah,
for sure. It's also something which I noticed in Hera's play. He's not the biggest fan of using the market. And I agree with that in many occasions, but right now the market would definitely be helpful. And
look at the
man, he's just on point with the mangonels.
Oh my god, like he's paying attention on every side. Yo is somehow keeping this mangonel alive. It finally goes down there, Jordan, and Hera is in with the eagles. Yo does have bodkin arrow for these TCs, but the eagles have +2. He does have some longbows, but those are 25 eagles, and the mangonels are behind this. Yo needs to take care of these eagles fast.
Yeah, exactly. And Hera, he is able to find a lot of disruption onto Mr. Yo's economy. And currently, we have 81 villagers against 90. But obviously, Hera, he's almost able to click Imperial Age with so much gold banked up. And if we're talking about work efficiency, I think Hera should be quite ahead in this regard.
I'm surprised Yo is still alive. I'm honestly stunned that he's still alive right now.
Yeah,
big pressure.
Kudos to him. Yeah. It feels like he will sustain the position a bit longer as well, because it is so hard to push into Britons. It's just literally impossible.
Especially with longbows. Like, that unit with the extra base attack, it means they They do a little bit better against the Eagle Mangonel push here. He does get rocked by a big shot there, though. And Yo losing the rest of his longbows. Oh, no. That Mangonel from Hera, 11 kills on that unit. Thing is doing work. And now Hera's up to the Imperial Age. Still has a lot of res banked. He's on stone with 12, so maybe thinking about a forward castle of his own.
Yeah.
And Yo is going for a castle on the right side, but Hera is there with the Eagles. Yo will get that up in time. Yes.
He will. Yeah. But the biggest story of it all is that Hera is up to Imperial Age already, just 2 minutes away from hitting that. And he has already a lot of Eagles on the field. So he just has to wait and upgrade those, right? And it feels like Mr. Yo, he doesn't have any chance whatsoever to switch to longbow, the champion line play.
No.
And that's exactly what he needs right now in order to defend against those Eagles.
Look at him going to the north. He's like, I need to escape. I need to get out of here. This is a death trap. And he goes to imp on that TC?
No way.
What?
No way, Dave. He's not doing that, is he? Oh, God.
Dude, this is like some big balls from Mr. Yo. Holy.
And it feels like the Mangonel could go down.
If he wins
the
this.
TC completely exposed.
Okay, the odds of Mr. Yo winning this are like 1% at the moment. But if he does,
Yeah.
I mean, we got to give him some respect. Because Hera
Yeah,
is
100%.
all over him.
Yeah, exactly. The aggression is just so solid right now from Hera. And the TC, yeah, 40%. But obviously the Mangonels will continue fighting or shooting that TC. No way. Oof, that was a close one.
Snipes the Mangonel. Hera gets to Imperial Age. Forward Castle is coming up now. He's getting Elite Eagle and the final armor upgrade.
Yeah.
Mangonels go down
as well, and this game's over.
Yo,
It's
looks
just
to be in
crazy.
a decent position. Eldorado would be huge, like you said. 40 HP additional for those Eagles. But look, the Mangonel from Yo kind of denying the
nice.
castle here. And Hera doesn't have a castle to get Eldorado. This is the only one he's got going up right now.
But even with those Eagles, Dave, you can just run under the base of Mr. Yo and you shred everything. Because they will have 8 pierce armor and they're not going to take any damage from any arrow shots at all.
But Jordan, the Longbowmen.
Continue, yes.
I just said the Longbowmen.
The
They have very long bows. Yo needs champion. Yes, he does need champion, but the problem is switching into champion. Gonna take a lot of time. And the Mangonel trying to get a big shot. Yo retreating with those longbows. He's backing up. He gets to Imperial Age from that TC. Never thought he would actually get there. Sits in the choke point against these Eagles, but he's gonna lose the longbows. Hera now going for a TC on the north side of Yo's base with one villager. And he's raiding underneath here with the Eagles. They are on stand ground, though, so they're not going to do that much damage at the back. And Yo calls the GG. Wow.
Yeah, that was just overwhelming by Hera. But as you mentioned, Dave, it felt like kudos to Mr. Yo for holding on so long against that aggression. And it was like there were 30 Eagles in cast stage, fully upgraded. So ready to jump into his base.
Yep.
And Mr. Yo was attacked from 2-3 different spots, and he was capable of holding the situation.
This game was lost in Feudal Age when he was going up, though.
Exactly.
That raid, Hera getting in through there, I think Yo could have stopped that with a few extra buildings. I think he just underestimated the power of the men-at-arms helping to get through. And the fact that Hera had not only fletching, but he also had the armor on his archers meant that Yo couldn't even take like straight up trades against them.
Exactly. So I guess at that point Hera anticipated what was going to happen, and he was able to completely demolish the start for Mr. Yo. And Mr. Yo, obviously with the direct 3TC boom, was able to bounce back a little bit, but was not ideal for sure.
Okay, well, if Yo's gonna win, he's gonna have to be on top form because Hera looks really good today, and he's playing so greedy too, and he's still looking really good.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so 1-0 lead for Hera, and I mean Mr. Yo, he's not that kind of player who is known for giving up mentally. I mean, in
No.
the resurgence in the semifinals, he was down 3-0 and made the reverse sweep. So that at all is just an indicator that he is fine playing from behind.
No, Yo, I think in a lot of sets, Yo, unless he like sweeps or wins convincingly, Yo is losing the first game. I think it takes time to get into it, honestly. Just one of those players, and you've met him before, so you know that he's just super like calm. His whole demeanor.
Super chill.
Yeah.
Super chill. There was a trash talk going on between the both of them. I'm not sure if you read that one. So Hera listed all the maps in a good order, right? So it was easy to view. And then Monsieur was saying like, I like the way you listed those maps in a good manner, right? And Hera was like, yeah, I will not use my own maps. I will not have to, but it's just for you, so you have a good overview. And
Yo says
Mr. Yo's
cool.
response, cool. Yeah. That
Cool
was his
story,
response.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, cool story, man. Thank you.
I've seen kids like you before, and I'll see kids like you again.
Yeah, exactly. No, but as you mentioned, I've met him before, like I have you, Dave, in NAC2, and
Yep.
it was chill, you know, super relaxed and just chill. So going into game number 2, Dave, we have Mr. Yo's home map. I'm not sure. I think we will have Fish and Fish. No, Coastal Mountain and Dim Sum. So it's one of those two.
Coastal Mountain and Dim Sum. So does he go for Byzantines again on Dim Sum? I mean, you don't.
It has to be.
You can't fix what's not broken, right? Don't fix it. It hasn't
Exactly.
lost yet. Keep going.
Exactly. It has a win rate of 100% with 2 out of 2, right?
Yeah, and Gajara's is actually banned by Hera, so no opportunity to see that.
Exactly. So I think, okay, we will see a different map though. We will see Coastal Mountain. And on Coastal Mountain, I don't know how much experience Hera has on that one. Have you any idea about that one?
I don't know. I think maybe he played it in one of your weeklies that he played. I don't remember though.
Yeah. So obviously on that map, Yo will definitely have a huge advantage because Hera keeps asking what is the first map of a series. So it feels like he's not 100% prepared here. And especially on that map, it feels like preparation is going to be very, very important.
So if you're Yo, you have Lithuanians you can pick. You can pick Malians as well. I think he'll save Byzantines. But it's probably going to be Malians or Lithuanians here, right?
I expected him to go Lithuanians on Mega Random and Malians on Coastal Mountain, but as we didn't see Lithuanians on Mega Random, we will see Lithuanians on Coastal Mountain, as he also used that in his semifinals against ACCM. And for Hera, I guess we're going to see Hindustanis there. What do you think? Yeah.
What are the other maps?
Oh,
is it going to be
so
Franks?
good.
Or is it going to be
So
Hindustanis?
good.
Okay. Hindustani Lithuanians. Good.
Yes. You also were about to say Hindustanis, right?
Well, I had to say a different civ than that because you said it. And it's Hera. I've seen him pick weird civs on these hybrid maps before.
Yeah. Oh no, my game crashed. Hopefully Capture H continues. Okay, good.
Well, I'm in the game. Are you good?
Okay, I'm good as well.
Perfect.
Dave, can you please do us the favor and go for the introduction here?
So we've got Coast to Mountain, game number 2, Hera against Yo. Hera's gone for the Hindustanis here. And Yo has gone for Lithuanians. And Yo will be going for the dock right away, the pond in the south. And I do not see a dock villager for Hera. So Yo is going to have the advantage of the fishing ships. Hera will immediately go to the north here. And he's going to bring in an elephant right away. Meanwhile, Mr. Yo taking the straggler trees. So he gets his fishing ship out early. And then he'll head up later for that lumber camp in the north. Does start with extra food, courtesy of Lithuanians. So it's a nice start on this map, for sure.
Yeah. And also in the first game against ACCM, he has had a perfect build order with Lithuanians as well. I think he went for the straggler trees as well as he did right now as well. was capable of adding 2 fishing ships before adding the lumber camp. And he did not do it this time, which is interesting. But okay, he still has 1 dock with 1 villager,
Yeah.
one fishing boat, and that one is generating food all the time.
And you start with the
So that
huts,
definitely
so
helps.
you don't need
Yeah,
wood for
exactly.
houses immediately,
Exactly.
which is great. And Hera still Hera still hasn't gone for a dock, so he's just not docking at all.
Yeah. It feels like he's not docking at all. And
That's what I just
Missio,
said.
he's going. Yeah. Yes. I was just, you know,
No, I get it.
reinforcing
I get it.
the
I'm your
statement.
I get it. I'm your role model. I understand. I get it.
Yeah,
You want to
exactly.
It's flattering, really.
If it's flattering, why
You just
did
want to be like me. It's good. It's fine, man.
Yes,
I get
yes.
it. I just,
Okay. I feel like I'm not the first person to be like you, right? Or who wants to try to be like you, Dave.
Oh, I know, dude. There's a whole
Exactly.
yeah.
So you have had that
Facebook.gg/T90 official. Exactly. I've had that experience.
Okay. So finally, Dave, we have clarified that topic, and indeed, Hera doesn't go for a dock, Dave.
So you asked how much experience he has playing the maps or the map, and this is clearly intentional because he should have known that there's a pond down here. And he's just gonna go for the early aggression with the Hindustanis, and he feels like he can do enough damage to outweigh the fishing eco from Mr. Yo. I don't know if I agree with that, but we'll see what Hera can do.
I definitely don't agree with that, but I have never seen a matchup where one guy doesn't go for board at all. So it's going to be very interesting to see. However, Mr. he has a nice advantage already economically speaking. And Hera goes up to Fuel Age himself now, but we have 4 fishing boats already for Mr. doing the work. So I think Hera will go for stable upon reaching Fuel Age, but I don't expect him to deal too much damage here on Mr. side.
And Yo knows he doesn't have a dock either. He can tell by the score, and he can tell because he scouted the shoreline.
Yep.
So Yo knows exactly what's going on with Hera. I don't know if he expects that he's up for yet. He should, but Hera didn't get Loom, which is what a lot of players do in this situation.
Yep.
Even though you don't have a starting scout, so maybe Yo is still in the dark about Hera's uptime. He should suspect that Hera is up right now, though.
Yeah. Also, Mr. Yo got a glimpse with the camel on the barrack, so he knows exactly there is going to be land aggression coming in, and he will be very active with the camel as well to spot what is the military building which is going to follow. Is it going to be archers or scouts? But it's going to be scouts, as we don't see Hera on gold at all.
Hera is 200 food ahead of Yo collected right now, but Yo has 300 more wood collected. So Hera is collecting faster from the hunt with more villagers so far in this game, but Yo collects more wood because he has the fishing ships on food to sustain his TC production. So that's how that evens out at this stage, and the longer this goes, the more it's going to swing in Yo's advantage with those fishing ships.
Exactly. We will see a stable opening as well for Mistio, so both players go for the exact same strategy. However, Mistio has a huge advantage with the fish income, while Hera does not have that. And it's not like Hera is forcing the issue, trying to put on the aggression on land right now to make up for that. No, he's not. He's just playing defensively, and Mistio, he will wall himself up, and Mistio will have such a great economy behind that. So it's going to be very tough for Hera, I would assume.
And Yo's gonna have similar army numbers too. It's like
Exactly.
It's like he has the fish, and he has very similar military. He's gonna have spearmen and scouts in defense. Hera immediately queued up 4 scouts from that one stable as soon as he got to feudal age, and he's gonna send them out. Probably go right over these walling villagers because the camel is there, but there's gonna be a spearman and there's gonna be a scout. So not much damage to be done here if you're Hera. And Yo, I mean, I don't know how many times we can say it, but he's still got the fish. Hera does have a villager south, though. So he's thinking about making a dock. However, Yo is there with a villager of his own. So he might be able to win that fight. If Yo notices. Yo?
Yeah. That is very unfortunate. I don't think he notices that one.
He saw the house,
because
though.
he saw the house, yeah. He has not reacted to the villager yet, but there's obviously a lot of micro going on now in the front. And Yo, I think he knows now, doesn't he?
He knows there's
He-
a house down there, but he didn't see the dock foundation when he walked past, so he doesn't know that Hera's building right beside him.
Hera is on gold, so he will be able to crack out fire galleys for sure. And Missio, he is not on gold, so even if he was to spot that, he would not have the possibilities to build too many fire galleys here.
Maybe when he goes back to that villager, he's hitting the Autoville button, he'll notice the house right there. I don't think he noticed it at all, dude. I think, like,
He
he's
didn't.
obviously seen it on the minimap, but it hasn't triggered.
Yeah. And Hera's in.
Oh, God.
No way, Hera's in. How? Oh no.
Is there a hole
How
there
is Hera in here?
between the house and the
No,
stable?
No, he was able to go in through the gate.
Hmm.
The gate was open. And this is so good for Hera. He's going to be able to force so much reaction from Mr. O here, and this is just amazing for Hera. And the fire galleys are going to be able to crush the fishing boat. So even though I was thinking that Mr. O cannot lose this game anymore, Hera has found a way, Dave, I feel like.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Hera is building up the fire galleys before coming out. He's not sending them
Yes,
one at a time. I think it's really good.
Well,
Well, he just sent
yeah.
that one out, but he already has another one in production.
Yeah, that's good,
Yeah.
obviously. And now Mr. O gets the notification, obviously, that there is some harassment on water. He's going for the third dock, but he doesn't have gold income. So he's not going to be able to produce any fire galleys except one.
Yep, and he doesn't move his fishing ships away. Okay, now he finally moves them. He was paying attention to the land army from Hera. Villager count 30 to 31 in favor of Hera. Yo, obviously with those fishing ships, but he's going to lose them now. He does clear up the army so he can come back across with the scouts. Now it's Hera that's going to have to worry about the land pressure, but I think he should be in a decent position. And Hera has managed to balance this out without going for fish immediately in this game. However, Yo has escaped with 3 fishing ships, and he's going to bring him over to his third dock that Hera doesn't see yet.
Yeah, that is obviously very good for Mr. O.
Ooh, scouts coming over
That
to
he-
the Dockville. Ooh.
Yeah, there's no way Hera quick rolls this, right? No way.
No.
Okay.
He tried, dude. He almost made it happen.
Oh, that was so close. And I feel like, I'm not sure how you feel about it, Dave, but ever since the villagers have gotten themselves boxing gloves, they seem a bit stronger. What do you think?
I think so too. I think
Yeah.
my mod has been deactivated for that though, somehow. I don't
Okay.
know what happened, but I gotta reactivate that.
Why?
The
This
boxing
is the
glove mod?
coolest.
I love
this
it.
is the coolest thing. This is the
I
coolest
know.
thing
I
which
love
has
it.
ever introduced.
I
to Age
it
of
got deactivated somehow. I have to reactivate it, is what I said. I think it's
Yeah,
super
yeah,
cool.
like- The first thing I'm checking in my game is if the boxing gloves are on.
Yeah. I keep forgetting. I'm ashamed.
Okay.
Hera's up to Castle Age.
Yeah.
He's still fully open here, but he has some spearmen and the scouts. There's only 3 of them. Yo's going to run into that TC. Hera doesn't get the house down in time. This is going to be a little bit annoying for Hera, for sure.
Yeah. He will lose 1 or 2 villages, that's for sure. And the spearman. Oh, Hera is. He's been a bit sloppy with that one.
Ooh. Yo taking 2 vills with those scouts. That's more than I thought he would.
Yeah. And that's the thing about. We talked about it again regarding the. Okay, that was 1590, but anyway, it's just like the scouts, they can kind of ignore the TC, right? It's just like they pass, and obviously Hera didn't queue up in time, but the scouts just ignore that and were able to get 2 village kills, which is amazing for them. But Hera overall, he is just so much ahead in terms of castle age time, and he should be able to plant down 2 TCs immediately to get his economy really, really strong, because with Hindustanis, the villagers in castle age only cost 40 food, which really helps in getting the boom going.
It does feel like, compared to the old Age of Empires before DE, the TCs just don't hit anything in DE. Doesn't it feel
Yeah.
like that?
Yep.
The arrows
Yep.
just never hit anything. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why scouting or scouts passing is just a huge thing. Okay, Missio goes up to castle age himself, 1 minute and 35 seconds behind Hera here, and now Hera, he will add a second TC and the third one, I would imagine as well. Or is he going fully on water as well? No, he still focuses on water here.
Yeah, he makes
I
a
don't like
couple
that too
extra
much.
fire galleys. Yo is actually repairing, and Yo still has 4 fishing ships alive. So he's been getting the food income from those, which is decent. There's 60% efficiency on those things. I love capture age, man. I keep discovering a new number every single time.
Which one did you discover right now?
Well, see the little efficiency tracker on the fishing ships, so you can see, even if they're that far away, how much time they spend actually fishing. So it's 60% or 52 or whatever.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah,
that's
super
amazing.
cool.
I have not even seen that at all.
I also discovered yesterday, my chat helps me out a lot, but I was watching an arena game with John Slow, and he mangonelled like all his own monks, his mangonels, everything, right? And if you hover over the kills on a unit, it can show you how many friendly fire kills they have.
Oh,
which is great. So he killed like 4 of his own monks with mangonels.
oh god, that's disaster. That's really disaster. But I just love Capture Age so much. Like they have so many. It just feels like with that tool, analyzing or watching recorded games or live games,
it's a different universe, man.
So
it's
much
so
better.
different. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They've done such a good job with it over the years. Ooh, that monk was a little bit exposed. Yo missed it though. He's gonna loop back for that. Hera trying to go for the relic, and he's gonna snag this monk. Yo still has water control here. Hera only with 1 fire galley there, so Yo can add fish if he wants to. And Hera unable to get into Yo's base now, as Yo gets pikemen, and he is playing Lithuanian, so they will be faster. So a decent start to Castle Age here, I think, for Yo.
I think so as well. With the pikemen, he should be able to defend all the aggression which would be coming from Hera in terms of the cavalry play. And also taking control of the relics is going to be very, very important. And I think Mystio should be able to snag in at least 1 here on the right hand side with the monk.
That game Hera played against Valessa where he stole the relic from Run Under the TC.
Man, no way. I was literally screaming.
All right, Hera kind of brings the monk back into the camels, but it still dies. So that's the second monk that has died trying to get this relic. It's a very important piece of history here, this religious sacred object in the center of the map. So Hera really wants to get that one in. And he's got a scout on the other relic too.
Yeah. Hera was able to snipe off 1 monk, but it feels like Mystio is going to be able to get at least 1 relic for himself. And however, Hera is going to be able to get more relics here, I would assume, because he has the mobility right now.
Dude, he's doing a dancing with the scouts here, trying to get the monks.
Yeah.
Oh god, Yo needs to keep him safe. Hera's diving in.
Hera is amazing in these kind of situations, right? He's just so good, and he even goes for light cavalry. So right now what we are seeing is both players approaching it kind of like arena. And yeah, both are booming. 3 TCs for both players. The big difference is that Mystio has a fish, but it's not the biggest thing, only for him there.
Yep. And it's not really like, unless you lock all of this down, it's not really a map where you can spend the time investing into fish traps later on to have that free eco. Because at any point your opponent can just drop 1 dock, and if you don't notice it, all that investment is gone.
Yeah. Man, Hera is doing such a good job at dancing. Hallelujah. And the pikemen, they're just not hitting the Lycav. Like, Hera is doing so good with the dancing, and eventually he will die, I would assume, but no, never mind. He's going to get 1 hit onto the monk.
Oh, he gets it!
What?
I mean, I think Yo is doing a pretty good job with these pikemen too to try and keep his monks safe, but it's just impossible. And look, Hera's even got the camel over here. He spots the monk. He's going to go snipe that with the Lycav. Oh, God.
Dave, this is so frustrating right now. This is so frustrating for Mystio. He's just not capable of keeping his monks alive, and then meanwhile, Hera has gotten the advantage in terms of villager count. 69 to 68 right now.
I think Yo, he's floating a lot of wood. He probably should add like a few more fish maybe if he wants to. What else are you going to spend it on? Maybe farms.
I think so, yeah. Okay, so Hera pretty happy with his situation, I would assume. And if we think about the long-term composition, Lithuanians against Hindustanis. Lithuanians, obviously, with their lighties, with their hand cannoneers, with their great trash units, they are always going to be able to compete well in Imperial Age in most scenarios. But Indians
Okay, yo,
have
box
a lot
formation
of tools for
this.
them as well.
Box
Yeah, he
formation
has
this.
to.
AI, full AI this, yo. Hera's trying to snipe this again. He
Oh.
loses the light cap. Now it's time for box formation. Monk in the middle. Well, I want an AI army from you, yo, okay?
Dave, you're committed, man. You really want that monk to survive, no?
Dude, the camels are coming in for it now.
Yeah.
But the
They will
camels
get-
aren't going to be able to snipe that monk. No way.
They
Well, it
will,
is.
they
Oh,
will.
it's half HP. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Box,
they will.
box formation!
It's dead.
Dude, you just sometimes you just got to act like a bot, Jordan, in this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, you have to. Like, Huang has shown that a couple of times already, and he has been very successful in doing so. Yeah, so we currently have 2 relics for Hera. The second one of Mystio is so close to the monastery, and I don't see how Hera could defend that relic anymore. It's not going to happen.
Yo's eco balance is all out of whack. Like he's been floating wood this whole time. He's been so focused on this. He's housed now at 100 pop. Hera clicks up to Imperial Age. Yo goes for the castle at the top. That's a good castle position. He's finally gonna bring in this. Come on, man. Come on, man.
No way, no
Come
way.
on, man. Okay, thank God.
Oh, wow. If he had gotten that one, I would have been like, no way.
Yeah.
No way. That would have been crazy. But yeah, beautiful execution by both players. More a bit from Hera. And he is on the way to Imperial Age. Mystio is not going to be too far behind there. And I'm really curious how both players are going to approach this one now. We see archery ranges being placed by Hera. And Mystio, I could see a world where he's focusing a lot on lighties because he's heavily on stone.
Wouldn't be the worst thing, right? They ignore armor. They pack a punch. You got at least 2 relics in here. Even against Hindustanis, I feel like the fact that Latest just ignore armor is just so powerful. They clear up units incredibly quickly.
Yeah, and we will see CA play from Hera, I would assume.
Oh, is he going to kill this village? Hera's so annoying with these little groups of cavalry, man.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You know, what I love about that gameplay is that Hera really makes the speed beneficial for him. Right? He has so much speed. Maybe he's one of, like, I think him, Lyria, and Viper are the fastest players in the game.
Yep.
And he's really making that a good use out of that.
I remember watching Hera when he was playing A84, and they had the animation canceling thing, where you could animation cancel units and attack right away. There was no delay whatsoever, as Yo loses the villager at the bottom now. And it was just so frustrating. I could feel the pain from his opponents.
Yeah.
Because he was just all over it, man. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, monks are going to get taken down by the fire galleys. Yep. Roasted. Boom, roasted.
Roasted. And fire galleys, sometimes it feels like they have more range than they should.
They're actually, Trireme had a good, or not Trireme, T-West had a good thing on that. It's actually like they have half a tile plus the advertised range.
Ah, okay.
So that's why it looks like they have a little bit more.
Okay,
See, it's 2.5. So you think it's 2, but it's 2.5.
Okay. So anyway, Hera has spotted the castle in the northern side. And the big problem now for Mystio, he was thinking that there is going to be the camel play. But indeed there is the CA play. So he has to switch now away from the pikemen. Fortunately for him, he has not committed too much to that. And now Mystio's position on the map is just a little bit better than Hera's. But Hera is going for the better units here. I would say he will have halberdiers and CA. And Lithuanians will have to switch to skirms in order to deal against that.
Yo needs to make sure that he covers that hole in front of his monastery.
Yes.
It's been a problem for him the
Yeah.
entire game, and he hasn't covered it. Now Hera is coming across with heavy cav archers. He's covering it now with a house. That's a good play. Don't think there's another hole anywhere else in the wall. Heavy cav archers are going to start shooting at that, but Yo is pushing at the top side, and Yo almost has enough stone for another castle, too, and I could see that coming down in front of that gold.
Yeah, I think so. That's something we will see. Hera not able to get the ratings in with the heavy cav archers he has right now, because Mr. Yo has done such an amazing job walling his base fully, and that is so good because he's going to be capable of fully paying attention to the front here. And Mr. Yo placing the castle as you predicted, Dave. Hera will have his castle up a bit early though.
Elite latest coming in, but the cav archers still trying to find a way into Yo's base. They can't find anything on that side. Hera's going to find the TC likely in the south. Still, he can't deny the castle in the front. Yo already has a trebuchet there. Hera, without trebuchets of his own, so he's going to have no way to take down that castle immediately.
Yeah.
This is rough for Hera.
Yeah, like positionally, he is in a worse position. However, he has a better economy, he has better population, he has better army. So it's more about him trying to get to the siege units, which should be the trebuchet and the bombard cannons. And indeed, that's exactly the 2 units he's queuing up right now. And with the halberdiers and CA, that's very good for him. So Mystio will be forced to switch into skirmisher. He also finds the right-hand side TC, not able to deal too much damage, but at least he has that information there.
I'm surprised that Yo hasn't switched into skirmisher techs yet. Like, I feel like he should have started to make that transition even maybe before Elite Latest.
Yeah.
Because the latest aren't really doing much against the army from Hera, but maybe he saw he had the res in the bank and he's like, I might as well click it.
Yeah. Okay, so the castle goes down for Hera. However, there's a bomber cannon and a trebuchet alive for Hera, so he's going to be able to siege down the castle as well. However, there were 4 traps out for, for Mystio. And
start attacking the houses, my dude. There's so many houses there. Pop him, house him. You, nothing else to attack. It's a legitimate strategy, Jordan. You can't tell me it isn't.
It is. No, it is. It blocks the population capacity, right? And that is definitely helpful. And man, the bomber cannon.
How did it survive?
Did you see that? That was just crazy. Like, if it was my bomber cannon, it dies. Even if it was the same shot.
It survived. That's 3 shots now. Come on, to get something, do something, Treb. That's 4.
What?
I'm so mad.
No, it has to be.
Watch, Hera's gonna move it as soon as there's a shot that's about to kill it. Hera's gonna micro it. Yeah. See,
it would have killed it now. It would have definitely killed it.
Okay, now it's dead. Finally.
It's dead.
Finally, man.
So if we're looking at the situation, it looks better for Mystio, doesn't it?
Yeah, latest just absolutely rocked those halberdiers. I mean, they had help from the castle there, but these things are 60. These things are 20 attack, and they ignore armor. Like, halberdiers only have 60 HP. That's a 3-hit death.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And Dave, as you mentioned, Hera is housed still.
Yep. And there's 4 more houses over there that Yo can potentially clear up. And there's 2 more at the top that he can clear up. Hera's going to have to add a lot of housing back here, Jordan.
Exactly. On the lighties, the thing is the hand or the heavy cav archers, they don't really have the DPI to kill them
DPS?
effectively. DPS, yeah. DPI, what the hell. And look at the bomber cannon. What?
Oh, snipes!
What?
Dude, that was 2 shots, 2 kills. Yo got that ballistics for his trebs now. He didn't like missing, I suppose.
Yeah, that is very frustrating. I mean, that must be so frustrating for Hera right now.
Yep.
And he's dropping in population very heavily.
Yep.
Mystio also raiding on the right-hand side, completely devastating the economy of Hera.
Now
and
another
Hera
bomber cannon goes down.
Villagers.
Hera tries for a castle in the south. Oh, how did Yo manage to find that, Jordan? I don't even know if he'll notice that.
He will.
Yeah. Hera calls it GG. What a play by Yo. Even after Hera got the advantage, not having water, Yo with the good positioning from the castles, got the villagers forward early. Hera didn't even really come out to this area. He just thought it would be a battle for the middle of the map, and Yo surprises him with the forward castle placement, and Hera can't stop it.
Exactly, and that was exactly the strategical aspect we talked about that Mr. Yo is excelling so much in, and I think Hera could have won that if he had placed his CA instead of going for the front. Try to avoid Mr. Yo to come forward in the top, and therefore he was not able to hold against the big push which Mr. Yo was going for.
Good. I like it. We got ourselves an even series.
Yeah.
We just had to wait till the finals, Jordan.
Yesterday was
it was
disastrous.
It's not good.
Today it's very good because we have a lot of games already, and at least in this one we will have at least 2 more games, so that's going to be very good. And you know, when we have so high level players playing against each other, most of the time we see a lot of high quality content as well.
My chat and I were talking in between the sets about what the most OP civ is in Age of Empires 2 right now. And I had an argument that it might be Lithuanians, just because they're not OP on any given map, but they're like a top civ on every single style of map, basically. What are your thoughts?
Okay, I'm trying to think here, because when we're saying OP, that feels like
okay. Let's do most powerful then. Let's not do most OP, because they're not really OP in any particular map, but they're like in the conversation on basically a lot of different styles.
We could say, what is the best civilization for every single possible map out there? So if you had mega ultra random and you had to pick one civilization, which one do you go for? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to think, man. Let me quickly check what's happening. Lithuanians is definitely a good choice. Let me see. Well, if you take water play into consideration as well, and then it should be Lithuanians.
What I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking, my friend. Someone said Italians. I mean, Italians are just kind of like jack of all trades, but like I don't.
No. Not Italians.
They're slightly better on water maps, but then they're worse on land maps and not as good on nomad maps and.
Yeah. I'm thinking Mayans. You could make an argument for that, but then Mayans are not that strong on water maps.
Yeah,
exactly. Mongols could be in the discussion as well.
Could be.
Depends a lot on how much hunt there is, but the safer pick is always going to be Lithuanians.
Sicilian Sargon? Sicilians, really?
Can you kick him out of your chat, because Sicilians, it feels like
he's a first-time chatter. We can't. He just got here, Jordan. We can't kick him out.
Okay. Well, he's fortunate that he's chatting in your chat and not mine.
Whoa. What do you got against Sargon? I like him. He seems like a nice guy.
Sicilians, man. Seriously? No, but it feels like Lithuanians should be the best pick there.
He said, just got here from Jordan's channel.
Oh, that is such a roast, man. That is such a roast.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I feel ashamed, man.
Yep.
I feel ashamed.
Okay, so what home maps does Hera have? He said he wouldn't have to play any of them, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's see. We have Haboob and Fish and Fish. I hope he goes for Haboob. I personally love Haboob so much, Dave. I'm not sure if you share the passion here, but it's just amazing.
Yeah, I'm fond of Haboob. I think it's okay.
It's okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
I like it better on Empire Wars than I do on standard RM.
Okay, why so?
First place I saw it, and I think the games are a little bit crazier with Empire Wars. I think because you're so close together, you get away from like the meta Empire Wars civs, and you can go into a few different ones on Haboob.
Okay. Well, No matter what. We're going to see. Okay, we don't know yet. So have we talked about what you predict for the outcome? I think we both said 3-1 for Hera, right?
I didn't say anything. I'm gonna go 3-2 for Mr. Yo.
Whoa! Where does that come from?
Because Hera was talking a lot of smack in the Discord earlier. That's why.
Okay,
think-
so you're favorizing that guy who's not into
Yeah,
the trash talk.
who just Hera said, "Well, I don't think we'll need my maps, but
Mhm.
I want you to feel good about yourself." And like you said, Mr. Yo just responded with "cool."
Yeah, cool stuff.
So
Yeah. That was like
he's unfazed.
boss response, right?
Mm-hmm.
Completely unfazed there.
Hera also takes a long time between games. So I like to get into games right away, and Yo is like, I'll always have a preference for a man who can just get it done right away, you know? I don't know, I'm stretching now. Stretching for reasons.
No, I see that. I see that. I love to get into games immediately as well. Like get that stuff over with, right?
Mhm.
Like we're not here to wait. We're here to play. We're here to ball.
Okay, Hera. Okay, Yo. They're in the game room right now. We got Fish and Fish loaded, apparently. And there's the game. Perfect.
They're starting.
Let's
They're
go.
starting. Let's go. Finally, man. Okay. What is the map? I haven't.
Fish
checked
and
that one.
Fish.
Oh, Fish and Fish. Dave, what is your feeling about Fish and Fish? I
Well,
think it's the second or third time I'm asking you this, but that one never gets old.
my feeling about Fish and Fish, I like how aggressive it is. I think it ends a little early for my taste, a lot of the games, because we have this main middle area. I think when the map first made an appearance, people were going for the dock a lot more than they are now, and we saw some water battles, and that meant games went a little bit longer. But now
It's all about
everyone
the
is
middle.
just fighting on the middle, and Hera actually drafted Japanese first 2 sets in a row here today, and they've been sniped both times. I think because of this map.
Yeah, Japanese is the civilization in which you would like to go for here on this one. We have Hera now with Khmer, and he goes for the swordfish right away. Like he doesn't even bother spending his time on the sheep at all. He's fully committed there, and yeah, that means he will have to use the straggler trees. And I'm just wondering if he's so fast with going onto the swordfish. I think he wants to go for very fast uptime, and then we could see a scout play from him because man at arms, I don't really see that happening for Khmer here.
What do you think about onto the fish, everything on food, take straggler trees, don't make a lumber camp, go up to feudal age, stable immediately? What do you think about that?
I think that is a play he could go for, honestly. I don't think it is the best thing to go for, but it is
And
something
he's
which is
already-
like
He's already lamed a goat, and he's got 2 more coming back. He killed a goat, and he's got 2 more coming back now.
yeah.
So
And
he's denying
going to
food.
Yeah, he's definitely denying food, and he will be able to get a hit onto the scout now as well. No, never mind. 39 against 36, so Marlins or Mistio has a slight advantage here on this one, but obviously Hera has the advantage. He was able to lame a little bit here.
So usually, guys, you can't go up without a lumber camp because you need that second building. But for Khmer, you can. And as long as he has enough wood for his houses and is stable, he should be fine. And he's got the straggler trees around his TC. So we'll see if he goes for the lumber camp approach. He's got the elephant in now. All of his villagers, all 12 of his villagers right now are on food.
Yes. Dave, it's 100% what you predicted. It's going to be super fast fuel age with scout play.
And Yo is going for a drush. Okay.
And the drush is not going to do too much because villagers of Khmer can hop into the houses. So at best he will cost some idle time, but that's the best thing he can get here.
Yo,
Have you ever
guy,
seen
I
that
think for the
build,
19
Dave?
months,
I have not.
What build?
Of Hera.
Not on this map, no. I haven't seen it in a long time. I was just running through possibilities in my head. I don't have any examples of the last time I saw this build.
I didn't even know that this was even a thing until you said it. Like, hallelujah. He will go up to fuel age with 17 pop.
Does he go up with Loom? That's the question.
I
Does
don't
he get
think so.
super greedy? Because the militia
go
are going to be
super-
here. Like,
Yeah,
oh, he goes up with a
Loom.
Loom. Oh, he's got the house to garrison him with Kimura, I suppose.
Yeah,
But,
but still.
he's going to need that food from the fish.
He has to quick wall. He has to palisade wall right now because
Yeah.
he cannot
Look,
do
he's
anything
tracking it
without
at
looking.
least with the scout. So that's good
Yeah,
tracking
yeah.
from Hera. Knows this is coming. He can make the little wall. Sees repositioning the villagers to a better spot on the other side of that fish. Make a wall next to the house. Walls on the other side of the mill. And damn, dude. He needs to do it now, though. He needs to do it now, Jordan.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
Oh, my God. Pops her onto the other side. And this is like the calmest defense with no Loom against militia. Maybe Yo assumes he has Loom?
This is hilarious to watch. At this point, Missio has to realize that there is.
It's so stupid, dude. It's so dumb.
And Dave, the biggest story of it all is he doesn't have wood to build a stable. He does that without loom.
He
Seriously?
does have wood now, I think, right? He made the lumber camp. He's gonna have enough wood, and he gets the feudal age, and he doesn't go for loom. Okay, now he's going for loom. Why does he need loom? He's fine, man. He's survived so far.
He
He's
doesn't
only
need
taken a
loom at
couple
all.
hits.
Yeah. And he goes for an archer range now.
Yeah.
Instead of a stable.
Yep. So 500 food in the bank, no stable. Hops in there, he'll hop out the other side and complete the archer range.
And he has loom now, Dave.
So now
If
he can
hasn't-
fight.
Yeah, if he hasn't lost a villager without loom, he will not lose a
So,
villager
like-
with loom.
He's making the archer range. The whole point of this build, right? The whole point of this build is to get up at a ridiculous time and get military out. So he goes up at this ridiculous time, doesn't have enough wood for the building, and then only builds the archer range with one villager. So by the time he gets an archer out, Yo is going to have his feudal age buildings coming up.
Exactly.
And he's got Malian militia as well, which have extra pierce armor, which can engage against the archer. Like, it's just not... I don't think it's working out the way that Hera had envisioned initially.
No, not at all. I'm super surprised that he goes for an archer range instead of stable. Could have at least gone for 3-4 scouts and then transition into something else, but he goes for very fast fletching timing, but he will not have the gold for that as well in order to, because he was a bit too late in going for gold, and now we have the men-arms upgrade as well. Those bad boys have 2 pierce armor now, and the archer is only doing 2 damage per shot without fletching.
And Yo is going for a dock, too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Looking very good for Mr. Yo, I have to say, Dave.
Yeah, Hera, I like the idea of the strategy. I just feel like it wasn't fast enough getting the military on the field. I like it as like a change of pace, trying to catch your opponent off guard, but the speed just wasn't there.
Yeah. He has the 2 archers at home, so he's going to be able to kill all those men-at-arms, and they have not been able to deal any damage. I don't like the fact that he was going to the wood line of Hera. I think it makes more sense to apply the pressure in the middle.
On the fish, yeah, especially with the men-at-arms with the extra armor. But I guess he didn't want to come up against villagers garrisoning in houses and archers just running in circles. Hera's now targeting the crocodile. The archer wants to get that out of there, so maybe he's thinking about sending his villagers forward.
Gotta
tower?
give credit. Yeah, could be. I don't think so, but could be. Gotta give credit to the crocodile though, because that one has taken more damage onto the archers than most of the units Hera plays against. So kudos to him. And I love the tower by Mistio. I absolutely love it because that denies all the aggression from the archers. And we see scale barding armor, Dave.
Double scout scale barding armor right away, and Hera sends more villagers to the front here to these fish, and that means he's gonna have enough food. He's sending most of his economy forward, and he's gonna have enough food for those scouts. And there's the tower. That's why he was clearing up the crocodiles in the first place. I'm not 100% sure on exactly what that tower does for him, but it looks nice.
It gives you a lot of map control in the middle, so I definitely like the tower. It's not going to hit too much though, but in the long run it helps a lot. And it also gives you a lot of vision, and Hera is going to be able to get inside on the right hand side, isn't he?
Is he?
I think so.
Nope. He might be able to pick off a villager here though. Yo can send another full HP one from the other side, maybe? Or he can... I think if he deletes a wall, he can place a gate and trap those archers in there, but I don't know if it would be worth it.
Yeah. Seems risky. Hera not walling his tower, I think, is a little bit of a mistake. And those scouts, if they are able to enter the base of Mr. Yo, that would be completely disastrous. And now Hera playing around with those villagers again, hopping into the house and trying to get the kills onto the archer, and I think he could be able to do so. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Yo doesn't want to hang around there. Those villagers could pop out at any second. Working
the
on
house
this
goes down.
house, and the house is down, and it's only skirmishers here against +1 armor scouts. Hera is all over Yo's economy. We have to remember that behind this, Yo does have fishing ships. And he has not lost a villager yet. So the economy for Yo, even though Hera has all this military pressure, the scouts with +1, Yo has not really taken that much economic damage so far, so he's still looking to be in a decent position long term.
Yeah, for sure. However, his economy right now doesn't look too healthy in terms of his land economy. Obviously, the fish is working very nicely, but the good thing for Hera is that he can easily use those scouts to also harass the fishing boats. He even goes for bloodlines now, so he definitely wants to put on a lot of aggression. And Dave, I kind of am afraid for Mr. Yo here, because I don't see a way how he can deal against that in Fuel Age. He needs to get Castle Age, and I don't think he will have the time to do so.
Bloodlines coming in. Jeez, man. Like, he went for that crazy fast build. He didn't really have much military pressure, and then he just sent villagers forward and turned it up a notch with that increased food income. Yo is now walling this army into his base. So that's fine. I guess Hera can't escape from this direction, but he's still got the scouts, which are the problem here. And the spearman actually goes after the archer instead of the scout. That's unfortunate for Yo.
Yeah, and now we see a full commitment by Hera onto the tower of Mr. Yo, and he is not going to be able to save the tower here.
Wow.
And Hera will take a lot of villages down in the process as well.
Yep. Does maybe lose some HP on the archers. Hasn't even lost an archer yet. Okay, there goes one. There goes a scout. Lots of villagers going to die here from Yo. Scouts are still committing on the skirmishers in Yo's economy. You can tell how many things he needs to do. He needs to defend the villagers at the front. He's going to lose all of them. He needs to defend in his base. Needs to try and balance his eco. And none of it is happening correctly.
Yeah, this is just an insane pressure by Hera, and he has full map presence, full map control. The only food income which Mr. Yo has right now is just those fishing boats. And
crazy.
Yeah, he's forced to tap out of this one. Just a beautiful display here by Hera.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. And I guess, you know what? I guess the fast uptime with the military production gave him kind of control over the middle, and then he just sent a lot of villagers there. And the scout switch was amazing, honestly, adding that stable when he did.
It was very curious by the fact that he went for an archer range first and not for the scout play, but he had the follow-up prepared as well. And yeah, with sheer aggression, it was just too much for Mr. Yo to handle. Way too much.
I think like in the middle of Feudal Age, we've seen this in the last 2 times Hera's been on this map. The scouts with scale barding armor are so strong here. If you can keep villagers on the fish, because you'll constantly have that food income, and your opponent is usually going into skirms or archers, and it's just such a good answer to that. As long as you have archers behind to deal with the spearmen anyway.
I'm always happy to see this kind of displays, because He's breaking the meta a little bit with the way he's approaching it, because he's completely ignoring the water at all in most situations, right? And where most people would say, okay, it makes sense to build a dock here, and he just goes full out. Like, for example, in Coastal Mountain, I have never seen someone not going for the water, and he was doing that, and he was very close in getting the W there as well. So beautiful display, and also on this map, full aggression, and he was yeah, able to bring it home.
So is it dim sum now? We're
It
gonna
has to
see
be
the
dim sum now.
Byzantines against. What does Hera do here? Aztecs? I mean, Valessa tried that. Or not Valessa, ACCM tried that. Didn't work.
That's true, yeah. But he was Mayans, right? Not
I thought he was
not
Aztecs. Was he
I'm
Mayans?
pretty sure it was Mayans. I'm pretty sure he was Mayans, yeah, because he had plumed archers as well. It was Aztecs for Velesa against Hera with Gujaras.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah. Where do we have that? Okay, so we had Lithuanians have been used, right, by Mr. Yo on Coastal Mountain. Then we had Hindustanis there by Hera. And now this time we had the win with Chimera against Malians by Mr. Yo. And yeah, I think we will see Byzantines against Aztecs here. I suppose, Dave. I suppose.
You suppose.
Yes.
You're supposed to be 100% certain. You are a pro player. You're the organizer of the tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you have to say? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay.
Do you have any other interesting stories you can tell us? Awkward encounters with people, similar to the pool story from yesterday?
Let me think about that one. I'll have to dig down really deep into my memory, because maybe there are a couple of them. Let me really think. These kind of questions are way too spontaneous for me, man.
What is the what's the boxing glove mod called? I have so many mods here.
No idea.
I'm trying to enable
and all of
it.
a sudden, I was playing, and after I finished, the mod was just installed, and ever since I have it.
Yeah. I had it. Now it's not active. I just don't know what it's called.
Let me quickly check.
have
I'll check just for you.
So many mods, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, I have too many as well.
I'll
try for gloves. Boxer Villager.
Boxer
Villager.
I don't have. Apparently, it's not installed. What?
Boxer Villager. It is the way it is.
It's not even installed. Weird.
Well, Dave, I hope you figured out, because we are going to jump into game number 4.
No, I'm restarting my game, Jordan. Stop. It's fine. I'll get in.
Well, I have to take on by myself here. Dave is going to join in a few minutes, guys.
Yeah.
He just has to restart the game because of the boxing gloves, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense. So anyway, guys, Hera here playing is Bohemians on the blue chunks on Dim Sum, and on the other side we have Mystio expectedly with Byzantines in red trunks. And we have seen Mystio always going for the forward as Byzantines. So I'm pretty sure Hera is going to anticipate that. And let's see how he's going to deal against that here. Dave, are you in as well?
No, because my chat was rioting over the lack of boxing gloves, so I'm getting in right now.
Okay, just let me know when you have that one done. So Hera goes for the elephant lure here, and the camel is not being exploded on that one, not like ACCM did. And that obviously helps a lot, for sure. I'm wondering what Hera is going to have in mind with the Bohemians here, because Byzantines, it feels like they're a little bit stronger in many aspects. Obviously in Imperial Age, it is good for Bohemians with the Hufnice, but Byzantines has a lot of answers in general. They could go for bomber cannons themselves, obviously. They also can go for monks, redemption monks to convert those. But anything else, They could go for Cataphract against Halberdiers, but obviously as Bohemians you just add Arbalest or Hand Cannoneer in there as well. So it's going to be a tricky
if
matchup.
I know Hera, he's thinking, crossbows with chemistry.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's gonna try and mask those behind some walls. But we'll see how well it does against Yo's strategy, because we know this strategy is based on him forwarding, right? So if Hera can't get the walls down in time, it's awfully hard to wall against a forward as well. So if he can't get that safety that he usually wants, it could be a really good position for Yo. And look at the map setup for Hera. It's not like it was when he was playing Gajara's. Like, this is a very open map for Dim Sum.
Yeah. There's no way he can wall at all.
Yeah.
And I think, and that's something we have seen Hera doing a couple of times already, where he plays 1 TC, full crossbows, monks, and siege. And I would not be surprised if we see that from him on this map as well. So let's see.
He is fortunate, though. He does have, I guess all the golds are in the same place, which is unfortunate if Yo ever gets back there. But he does have the back stone, which could be nice. He's got the forward one there, but opportunities to maybe go out to that stone and get some defensive towers against Yo's pressure are there. And, of course, that gold is super safe at the back of his base as well. So we'll take a look at Yo's economy. He's getting Loom. He's going to go up once again, Jordan. 18 villagers. Probably send 4 forward. If it's not broken, do not fix it. Keep winning with this strategy, my friend. I mean, you even failed kind of with the forward last time around against ACCM. It was a great defense, and he just shifted into Cataphracts, and he still won.
Exactly. I mean, the problem was for Mr. Yo that he was a little bit too exposed at home, and the archers really did some nice work from ACCM, but this time, I think Mr. Yo, he has learned his lesson, and he goes for the same strategy which we know him from. He goes for the forward, Dave.
And here he comes. Here he comes. The beautiful thing about this map, too, is there's so many hurtables. So if you go for a forward, you'll always have safe food under your TC, and if you're feeling adventurous, you can always go out to the middle and grab those elephants or the boars, and you're just going to have that constant food income to keep your economy rolling. You never have to place farms until later on, and there's that signature house into barracks, into archery range, into a tower forward.
Exactly. And the thing is, Mr. Yo hasn't really scouted where the woodline of Hera is, and Hera has no idea where even Mr. Yo is spawning. So the forward is going to come as a big surprise here.
I think Yo needs to Yo knows that the woodline has to be there, though. Look at his line of sight.
Yeah, I see, but it could still be that he assumes that there is something in the right-hand side.
Maybe.
Yeah, but most likely he knows that the wood is there, for sure.
Yep. Sending in the Flaming Camel now. Hera going for a barracks. Hera already building out the walls on the left. But there's a giant gaping hole where your enemy is coming in. You're building the big walls on the left side, but there's a massive area that Yo can push through. Down through this hill.
And he will do so as well. With Byzantines, the trash units are much cheaper compared to the other civilizations. And no, there's a stable going up for Hera. This is disastrous. Dave, this is disastrous.
Did he not watch the other?
I think he did not.
And Yo's probably just going to deny the stable. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
This is the pressure that we expected from this rush with Yo, and Yo still has the Flaming Camel alive, so if Hera gets a little bit too weak there with the villagers, maybe he can come in and snag one. Hera's gonna force down that stable, but there's tons of spearmen already from Yo. He's got villagers forward, he's got skirmishers there to deal with any spearmen from Hera. Oh god, this is really rough for Hera.
And one villager goes down for Hera, and we will see a huge fight. I don't like the fight by Mr. Yo. I think at this point just go back.
He did get the Flaming Camel damage, so maybe he can kill these villagers, and my boxing gloves mod isn't even on, Jordan, after all of that.
It is not? Oh god. I see boxing gloves all over the place.
I wish I did, my friend. I wish I did. Still no fletching even from Yo. So he's only got 2 attack on these skirmishers. Base attack on the Spearman and still clearing villagers from Hera. And Hera has to be thinking like, oh my god, what do I do against this? We've got some scouts, but it's going to keep making spears.
This game is looking extremely rough for Hera. He is down 3 villagers already. And he still doesn't have the right units against that. And he goes for archers now and scouts. I don't think that's going to work too well.
Yo hasn't even made a tower. He's still got the stone if he wants to make a tower here.
Exactly. And the problem is Hera, that's his only wood line. So if he's going to be pushed away from this, it's going to be lights out for him.
He does have 2 straggler trees he can take near his town center. They're acacia trees, so they have a little bit more than normal, but only 22 left on one of those. Yo finding another weak villager up against the wood line, but Hera walling him in. Maybe Yo went a little bit too deep here with the vills. This might be a turnaround, Jordan. Hera's going to take out a few of Yo's forward villagers, but the army is still there.
The army is still there. And the boxing gloves, man. They are... I'm so
sure
happy
they are.
that I have the boxing gloves.
Yes, I know.
Look at look at the left and right punch and left front. It's just amazing.
I know.
Do you enjoy it as well, Dave?
I'm having the time of my life.
Nice. And how is Chet enjoying for you?
Hera losing some more villagers here. He's going to lose another one. And Yo is housed at 40 pop, but, you know, MBL always says being housed means that you're producing. And that's what Yo's doing right now.
Yeah. That's a great mindset. I like that. We have 13 army against 5. And Fletching comes in now as well.
Yep.
Hera obviously doesn't have that. And he has currently 0 on wood. Nothing.
I mean, it's just a casual 40 population versus 27.
Yeah.
Yo sending more villagers forward. Sending 2 more of them. Hera does have a scout there, and he could potentially find these. And he's got archers too, so this might be a little bit of a risk from Yo to go for that. Yo now going for a stable of his own.
Yeah.
And he's patrolling the wood lines. He's like, where are you taking wood? And Hera says, haha, joke's on you. I'm all the way over here. Surely he can't find me at the very back of my base.
Is he going to be able to snipe that villager? No, he's not. So, Monsieur just barely saves that one. And the stable is going to go up, I would assume here, for Monsieur.
Yep.
And the army of his is just so strong as well. Hera doesn't have any tools right now to defend against that one.
Ooh, Hera's got a lot of weak fills on that wood line too, Jordan. He needs to notice that. Needs to notice this army coming in from Yo, but Yo didn't spot that. This is like the different form of safety, right? There's walls, there's towers, but there's also the safety in being so far away from your eco that your opponent would never suspect. Like if you look at Yo's scouting, he scouted all parts of that wood line except the part where Hera is on.
Exactly. But at this point, he has to assume that there's something on there, because he has not spotted the woodline yet, and that must be the only place for him. And wood upgrade comes in now for Hera, so his economy right now is not looking too fresh.
Security by obscurity, I like that. Sexy, hexy.
Security by obscurity. What is obscurity?
Obscurity means like it's something that's not clear. It's something that's like not found out, you know?
Okay.
You can look up the definition later, but...
Nice. Oh my god. Like,
this is
these
10
two
skirms,
archers...
5 spearmen here that cannot be killed.
Yep.
And the archers back there are being very annoying from Hera, but Yo, it looks fine at home.
Yeah, we have 7 villager advantage right now for Mistio. Hera has a lot of archers and scouts though, so he's going to be able to harass the economy of Mistio. And the good thing for Mistio is he has a tower still capable of building, so he might lose a villager to the elephant here.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, scout clears up the scout at the back from Hera. He goes for a tower on the wood line. The rest of his eco is fairly secure, and he's tracking this army with the skirmishers, kind of. He knows it's heading back here as he goes out to the stone once he's built that first tower. Goes for a market, house wall at the back, and I think he should be fine, and he's still 7 villagers ahead.
His economy is looking very, very solid. He has horse color, wood upgrade. Hera only has the wood upgrade himself, and all the food which he has right now under the TC is going to deplete in a moment. And the only thing missing for Mr. Yo, I feel like, is the archer armor upgrade on his skirms. Once that one is in, he will be extremely safe at home. And yeah, Hera seeing the market here will make him think that his opponent is up to no good in a moment.
Yo's actually building up scouts.
Okay, interesting.
No skirmishers
I
on
don't
the
like
field
that.
from Hera. Yeah, I'm just wondering exactly what the scouts are for here. I would have preferred the archer armor, like you said. He's still got enough skirms to deal with those archers by themselves, but then you add the scouts in here from Hera. And Hera's doing quite a good job providing pressure, and the pressure is actually keeping him safe at home. So it's like offense and defense at the same time. And Hera's res actually not looking terrible.
Yeah, he's going to be able to match up the cast stage timing, which Mr. Yo will have. He just has to sell a little bit of gold here, and Bohemian's getting the gold upgrade for free, and the Stoneman upgrade for free really helps in those kind of situations as well.
Dude, I think Yo is legitimately confused about where the woodline is from Hera.
Yeah, he has no idea. He even has 3 scouts. Oh no, he has scouted on the top. He has scouted it. So he knows.
Okay.
Yeah. So he knows.
Okay.
We have the armor upgrade coming in now for Mr. Yo. And therefore he's going to be able to jump completely onto the archers. And those scouts are not going to be so dangerous because the spears are here as well to defend.
And does Yo go for... He's got 4 villagers on stone. He's going to have 200 stone in the bank. Does he go for a forward castle here? I feel like
I don't think so.
you might be able to get away with it, though.
But I don't think he will be able to do so. Let's see. He has a lot on gold, so he could easily buy himself the stone and then just go for that. Not
Plus
sure.
1
Dave.
armor
I'm not
coming
sure.
in for the scouts. For those 3 scouts. He wants to get knights on the field right away. High impact units. Soon as he hits Castle Age, and he knows the eco from Hera is super wide open. So knights would be good here to run in, pick off some vills, and then run away. Also, still hanging out on the right side with his skirmishers. Couldn't confirm where those archers went. He's going to see them now with the scouts, so he can move out with his skirms a little bit.
Yeah. I guess he will use his skirms now to reinforce the front. It's exactly what we are seeing from him. And we will see elite skirms from Mr. Yo. I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah, here we have it. Botkin arrows should follow in a moment as well. And even a second TC would make sense here. Yeah, that's what he does.
And the villager count kind of looks close here. I mean, it's 3 villagers difference, but Yo has wheelbarrow behind this too. So that's a big difference as well. He did do a lot of eco damage to Hera. Hera recovered really nicely considering how dead he was in this game. I think the archers coming forward was amazing from him to keep the army away from his eco.
Yeah. It felt like the game was over for me, but he managed to get so much closer to the game again. And obviously he has a huge, how would you say, not lead, but the opposite?
Has a disadvantage here, I suppose you would say.
Huge disadvantage, obviously, but he's still in the game and he could make things happen. And now he even goes for chain barding armor, so he's going to be able to crush those skirms easily.
Camels, though, from the Byzantines, and we got 5 spearmen still, so he can't take a straight-up fight as long as those units are around, but he's looking for one. He's looking to pull that stuff out of position, maybe bring his archers in from the other side. And at some point, he will get a university and get chemistry for those archers in Castle Age, and they'll be able to punch through the skirmisher armor a little bit better than normal crossbows.
Yeah. So I like the army composition of Hera a little bit more. Archers and knights are obviously stronger than skirms and camels. However, the economy is better for Mr. Yo. And 30C up already as well. So he just has to play it very defensively. Doesn't need to take any risks because Hera, he is playing fully 1TC, full aggression. Mr. Yo on point with the defense, reacting with the TC right away, not losing any single villager. And yeah, just needs to add farms now in order to keep on the 3TC production, because his LTC time is going to increase more and more.
He's going forward with the castle.
Oh, that's.
Or is he
very
going to place
interesting.
it defensively here?
I think it has to be defensively.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. He's nervous about the army from Hera. He knows it's somewhere, and he's going to get confirmation here. Byzantine's town patrol. I mean, look at how much of the map he can see. It's absolutely insane. He knows all the movements of Hera's army. Similar to the set earlier today against ACCM. Kept coming in with the plumes, but he always knew where he was because of free town watch and town patrol.
That's just amazing. Just having those buildings in the front, and I think honestly that is one of the reasons why Mr. Yo goes forward as well.
Yep.
Because with that you have always
look at the mill. Like look at the mill line of sight. It's like an outpost. It's better than an outpost. Look at it.
Yeah. What the hell?
It's stupid.
I love that. I think I have to use town patrol more often. It helps so much.
Mm-hmm.
He even lost a villager with that line of sight. Really? How do you lose a villager with that line of sight?
Imagine if he didn't have one. Look, he lost another one on the other side. He would have lost 10 villagers if he didn't have that.
Get this shit out of here. How can you lose a villager here? Oh, God. I tell you, Dave.
These guys, I know.
We have
if
to
only
teach
you
them
were
something.
playing in the tournament, Jordan. Oh, man, you'd show them all.
Exactly.
You'd show them all.
Yeah. Okay, so Mr. he was trying to expand with a 4th TC, I would assume, on the right-hand side. I'm kind of worried for him that he does the same mistake which Velez did in the Yucatan game, where he's playing a bit too greedy. And Hera, he plays full 1 TC all-out army. And yeah, he has a lot on the left-hand side, and he's adding the siege workshop now as well.
The difference between this and the Yucatan game, though, is that Yo has Fletching and Bodkin. Balesta did not have either of those, and the Knights could just run under for free. And the defense here with the castle and with 4 TCs is going to be really tough for Hera to break. Unless he goes up to Imperial Age really quickly.
Yeah. Hera, he obviously cannot jump onto that situation or on the spot here because of the castle. And now he has to re-maneuver his mangonel. Does he see the TC? He does see it now. So he gets the confirmation here, but obviously Byzantine's one of the best civilizations to defend, as they have more HP on their buildings, which helps a lot in these situations.
I never thought I'd go into a tournament and see cataphracts twice in one day. But there is a cataphract on the field. In Castle Age, anyway.
So literally, the tournament has provided all the necessary excitement or entertainment you were seeking for, right?
Exactly. And now Yo is going for redemption even.
Yeah.
Okay. And the villager, it just goes right past Hera's army. I guess Yo's going to find himself with a villager in the back of Hera's base if she keeps walking.
Where are you? I don't see
In Hera's base, there's a Yo villager. And if there's one player you don't want at the back of your base with a villager, it might be Yo.
Oh, this one. Oh, this one. Yeah, I see. No. Okay. I wonder if he does something there. Okay, I thought the university was placed by the villager, but it was not. And the Knights commit onto the south side. That's obviously not a good move.
Ooh, gets the mangonel converted. Hera trying for big shots here. Yo getting a big shot. Hera getting a huge shot. Oh, boy.
That was a little bit better for Hera, wasn't it?
That was a lot better for Hera.
Yeah.
But still, he's at 58 villagers. Yo's at 75, and Yo already has a castle set up here. And he can almost get another one.
Yeah. Thing is, Byzantine units are way cheaper than Hera's units right now, so he can afford having a bit of a better, worse trade. He's still going to be fine.
Still no chemistry for Hera.
Cannot
He's
afford
looking
that.
for a castle, and I think he would rather go up to Imp with a castle and get chemistry.
I think so, yeah. I have to say at this point, unbelievable that Hera is in the game like this. Like, I thought he was just... This is going to be a 12 minutes game. That's what I was thinking.
See, Yo is building a house at the back. I don't even know why he needs the outpost here, Jordan, because the house gives him the same line of sight. As a goddamn outpost, he's gonna make an outpost at the back of Hera's base with this sneak villager, and he's gonna see everything he's up to. Look at that! Oh my god!
And now we know
Satellites.
where he built the outpost.
Yeah.
Satellites, man. He needs 3 outposts and he sees the entire map of Hera. And Hera goes
University.
forward with a castle.
He does. Yo is gonna see that castle with his incredible line of sight. He sees everything, basically.
He sees
And
everything.
he's
sees
Byzantine,
everything.
so he can click up cheaper. And he's going to go up at around the same time as Hera. And they're going to have a treb off here. But Yo has enough stone almost for another castle of his own.
Look at how the point of view of Mr.
I know.
He sees everything.
Yep.
Absolutely everything. Both players go up to Imperial Age. Mr. obviously way ahead in terms of the economy. And Hera, he is in kind of a desperation mode because he knows exactly my opponent's economy is going to be so much stronger. The only way for me to win this is to have a timing attack with Imperial Age. But Mr. Yo, he will not allow that as he is going to be in Imperial Age 3 or 4 seconds right behind Hera. So no timing attack for him.
Hera will have the timing on bomber cannons, though.
That's
Because
true.
he's getting chemistry in Castle Age, which means right when he gets up to Imperial Age, we'll have access to those. And he's only, like, it's weird to say this, but he's only 30 villagers behind. Like, you'd think it would be more than that at this point, judging by the way this game has gone so far, right? He is losing the crossbows on this side, though. That was a good first shot from Yo. And he'll probably lose some of these knights. No, he escapes with the knights. Wow.
Yeah, nicely done by Hera. The thing is, he will have bomber cannons, yes, but we will see monks with 9+3 range as well for Mr. Yo, and that completely annihilates the bomber cannon play from Hera. And the traps are going to remain supreme here, I would assume. And once the castle is down, Hera is going to not have anything going for him at all.
Dude, that villager at the back of Hera's base made another outpost, and now Yo will know everything on that side of the map. Absolutely everything.
Oh god.
No expansion allowed for Hera.
Yeah, yeah. Look at the line of sight. I didn't even know how crazy that can be.
It's like
You need, 10
Ethiopian outposts.
Yeah, exactly. You need like 10 outposts on the map and you see everything.
It's just a tech that you never get, right? Town patrol. It's expensive. It just feels expensive, but
I think I'm one of the very few people who does that every once in a while, but it's not a Castle Age tech for sure.
yeah. Okay, so Yo's in Imperial Age. He immediately gets block printing, like you said. He already has redemption. Going for chemistry, going for ballistics as well. And Hera is going into bomber production. Also has 1 treb available.
Yep.
And he's going to try and push down both of these Byzantine castles, which have more HP. So it's going to be even more difficult for him, Jordan.
We have 4,800 HP against 6,720.
Yeah.
That makes such a huge difference. We see, as you said, the bomber cannon timing for Hera because of chemistry completed in Castle Age. But yeah, it's just like a very uphill battle for him right now.
Yep. And I think Yo can... I don't think Yo needs to target the bomber cannons. I think he can just stay on the castle. And he should realize that Hera's probably doesn't have enough stone miners to fully repair that. Or he'll need to buy stone, which will hurt his economy either way.
Yeah. Okay, once the castle goes down, you can send in the monks to convert those bomber cannons, and
Pause?
yeah, the archers obviously not strong enough to fight against those incoming skirms.
Is there a pause for you?
There's a pause, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Hera had some lag spikes apparently. And I'm just checking, what is the last map again? Because this game seems to be over. Oh yes, it's my favorite map. Nice. Nice, let's go.
What
Yeah,
it like?
castle goes down. Yeah, go
What a
ahead.
unique and great build from Yo. It's just consistently working. Even if the forward pressure doesn't end the game, you can recover with Byzantine so well here.
Exactly. But I gotta say, the fact that Hera is still in the
Yeah,
game,
it's impressive.
it's
crazy.
just beyond me. It's just completely beyond me.
Because there were how many villager deaths early? I guess Yo did kind of go a little bit too YOLO against the lumber camp there and lost all his forward vills. But
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
I mean, he did so much damage against Hera early, and Hera's still managing to stay alive here. is incredible.
Totally.
It's over now, though.
Yeah, this is completely over. 83 population against 150.
Skirms in the
We
back.
have... Exactly. They're raiding everything, and they're not going to die. Hera is going to be forced out to tap out of this one. And we will jump into game number 5, which is going to be played on Haboob. And that is going to be Hera's home map.
I like how you say
love
that.
it.
Ha, boob. Sounds like a kid. Like if you say boob and it's like, ha, boob.
When I was saying that, I felt like it felt weird how it came off. And of course, in the same moment, you don't even hesitate. Like, you just jump on that.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Who do you think
So
I am,
Dave-
dude? I'm mentally 11 years old, so.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so Dave, after the rather disappointing day of yesterday, I think right now the finals has already taken longer than all the sets together yesterday, wasn't it?
Almost. Yeah, it's been an hour and 40 minutes, I think, for the finals so far. And I think we were at literally at 2 hours when we called it. Yesterday.
Yeah, well, 3 hours, but it's like, yeah, very, very close.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, guys, pleasure to have Dave now for the 5th game, and we finally get the long set which we deserve, Dave. Because we have worked for it.
Yeah, I told
Our
you, man.
sweat is on our headset because of the work.
The magic was a little bit gone yesterday. You know, the magic I usually bring to bring competitive sets, but it's back today.
Okay.
So,
Which is good.
yeah.
Okay, Hera will go for a 5-minute break. We will see the 5th game in a moment. And yeah, what do we have here? If we take a look in terms of
It's
civilization.
going to be Sicilians for Yo, and it's going to be Franks for Hera.
I think so as well. I think so as well. So we had Bohemians here. I'm so surprised about the Bohemians pick. Didn't like that one too much. I think Aztecs Aztecs would have been good, I guess. Anyway, we have Franks now against. You're saying Sicilians? Yeah, I see that as well. Did they have used Britons as well? Mines. Yeah, now it looks good. Well, it could also be Aztecs for Hera. If I have Franks or Aztecs, I go for Aztecs. Right?
I think Hera really likes Franks. I think he feels more comfortable with a cavalry civ like Franks than he would with Aztecs.
Yeah, he prefers that for sure, but Aztecs, man. Aztecs on the map is just amazing.
Okay. So you say Aztecs, I say Franks. All right.
But we both are sold on the idea of Mistio going for Sicilians, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so. Even though I love having a different opinion on you on most things, I just think on this one,
What?
it's going to be
I thought we were
Sicilians.
so much alike, though. Any day now, you're gonna lose all your hair. It's gonna be, we're gonna be like, brothers.
I'm not gonna lose my hair. I'm not gonna lose my hair, Dave.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, buddy.
How old are you?
32. How old are you?
I'm 30. And do you see how much hair I still have?
Okay.
When did you lose your hair, Dave?
22.
22. Okay.
Yeah.
But you still think that I'm going to lose my hair?
Oh, it'll happen eventually. I'll make it happen. When are we meeting next?
What are you planning before I answer that question? I just want to, be sure and on the safe side.
What's
What
the
are you
sub goal?
planning?
What's the sub goal for a Jordan Bald moment? What's the sub
Not
goal?
gonna happen.
Not gonna happen? Oh.
No.
Yeah.
There's certain. I have certain limitations in my life. And being bald is just like, I don't see myself being bald. I think I would not look too dope with that.
Okay.
Not like you, Dave.
Okay.
No, I see you and like it just functions. It just looks good. But for me, I think I would look not too good with that.
Okay.
Could you imagine me being bald?
Hang on a second. Let me pull up a picture of you.
Okay. It just feels like I would look similar then to Viper, but yeah, that's not awesome.
Okay. I got your picture here.
Okay.
Okie doke. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. I think he would look sickly.
Sickly in a bad way, right?
But how? What is sickly in a good way?
No, because there is. I'm just asking. Because you can say that play was sick, and that means okay, that was a good play,
No,
right?
but that's a different usage of the word. Sickly. You can't say like. Yeah. No, it doesn't. Yeah. No. There's no good
Why?
connotation of sickly.
Like if I say you look very sickly with
That's
those sunglasses, does that not come up positively, like a compliment?
No, that means like that sounds like I'm on my deathbed.
Okay, next one I will try. I will go to.
That's like me coming up to
to,
you like, you look very pale today, Jordan. Are you okay?
You know what I'll do? You know what I'll do? I'll go to the swimming pool and I'll tell one. You know what? You look very sickly in that outfit.
Yeah.
And
Do you want to go swimming with me? Maybe it'll make you better.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a good one. I like the ideas we always come up with. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Good team effort.
Yeah. Sickly. So only the ly. Is it a y? No.
Yeah, ly.
Is it,
Yeah.
yeah, ly makes such a big difference.
Yep. It's a completely different word.
Okay.
But sick
So
is like the sick being something good is just slang.
Yeah, sickly is slang for me as well.
Sickly
Have you not
is
heard
slang?
about that?
No,
Like,
because it
if
doesn't
I say,
exist.
Dave, no, it exists in my world. If I say, Dave, you and your sunglasses, or you and your sunglasses look so sickly, that's in my slang a compliment.
Okay.
You can't trust me. I've studied English a lot, a long time.
Okay. I literally don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, sometimes it's the best to just let me talk and just don't even comment. Oh, by the way, they have started, Dave. We can
What?
finally stop with that awkward topic.
Yeah,
Finally.
The conversation was getting a little bit sickly.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, Dave, in order to conclude with that, I hope we're going to jump into a very sickly game now.
Yep. I foresee at least 10 different sickly references.
Okay, let's go.
Yo's
We have
gone for
one at least
Sicilians, and Yo is going to lame right away. He's getting loom immediately, Jordan. He's taking the rhino.
Yeah.
He's coming.
He's coming. And he knows exactly on Haboob you can do some sickly plays here with the
He sees
forward laming.
He sees it. Yo.
He sees it?
Yeah.
He sees it. Okay. That's pretty easy to lame here.
Yep.
And Hera,
And-
he's not typical that person who likes to lame, right?
No. And Yo still has the scout here, too. He could lame this one, too. He could lame both of the rhinos if he
No
wanted to.
way.
He's sending
No
another
way.
Vill, Jordan. He's sending another Vill.
Oh, no way. Is he going to
And
do
he's
that?
going to hang out by the rhino now with his scout to prevent it coming in.
Oh, God.
This man is on a mission here, dude.
He wants to win
Bow out and
the
everything.
finals.
Yep.
Yeah. He wants to win this. And I think he's going to be capable of doing so.
Yep.
Hera has no idea, has
Dude, Hera's just playing standard here. Oh, no. He might see this rhino running, and he's got a villager there, so maybe he de-aggroes it. But Yo is just going to wall this village. He's just going to straight up lame. He's not going to bring it back to his CC. Just going to straight up lame.
Ooh. And Hera has no idea about the rhino as well. It's just being killed. And he will see that the scout of Monsieur has full HP, so he's going to be like, yeah, everything is fine. I still haven't found my rhinos, but they will be around.
Oh, he doesn't.
Okay.
Oh my God! It's a black hole there where the rhino.
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
my God!
Exactly.
He saw the first rhino though. I checked the line of sight, so he should realize. Oh, but he didn't realize. He's looking for it here, and now he's looking for it again, and he sees the villager for it, and he doesn't have loom. This is a disaster. This economy is sickly.
This economy is sickly and it cannot be recovered anymore. He lost one villager. He goes for loom now, which is a bit too late, and he lost 2 boars.
This is. Yeah, how do you recover from this, Jordan? How? You were down 800 food. Well, I guess you can. I guess you can take that rhinoceros and go out and make a mill there, so it's not like completely denied to you.
Yeah.
Because it's right beside the berries anyway. So I guess he can recover, and he can push in some zebra, but he hasn't even found the 4 goats at the back even, and he's going to spend all his time pushing in the zebra as well.
Exactly. And he has to go. Oh, he sees 1 sheep. He sees 1, so he will be able to gather all of them, I would assume. But that was super good for Mr. Yo. And Hera, is he in theory sees the sheep, but he doesn't go that direction.
I think he's flustered, man.
I think so.
I think he's still looking around here. He's like, surely my rhino is here.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Sorry.
This is looking so bad for him, and
yep.
He has to push in another deer with the scout, but he wants to get scouting information as well, right? At one point you have to make the decision. Where do you commit? Do you commit onto scouting, or do you commit onto getting
he's going out there with a villager. Yeah, he's going to push the zebra, send a villager out there. It's not, you know what? The second rhino is not the worst thing ever because he's getting value out of it. He is getting food out of it. He'll probably gather like 300 food off of that if we account for the rot earlier. And that'll help him go up, and he'll be able to push in all the zebra. But definitely Yo has an advantage here. Definitely. Especially with that big villager kill early.
Yeah. Oh, this is very frustrating, and I don't know how good the mindset of Hera is going to be. Is he looking at it and be like, yeah, it's fine, everything is good, I take the challenge, or is he going to be tilted here, Dave? I'm not sure.
I think he'll take the challenge. I think playing with Franks helps a lot too, because your issue is going to be food eco. If you can get up to the feudal age, play defensive, which Hera is so good at. Yeah. Drop the farms, and you automatically have horse color on those too, so it's an easier transition. I think there's things that you can do here. Big misplay from Yo there to attack that rhino, have the scout nearby, and not finish the rhino off with the scout. Yeah,
for sure.
Because Hera is still up at a respectable time with 0 seconds of idle TC time.
Yeah, that was pretty solid, and he obviously now with Frank's 5 villagers on berries, the Garys or the Franks are a bit faster in getting the food from those berries, so that helps a lot in those kind of situations as well. And he still has a little bit of goats here under the TC as well. However, the food after that is running dry, and he will not have the food income to produce too many scouts after that.
Yeah, I just wonder what the follow. Yeah, dungeons for Yo. Okay, sending 4 villagers forward, and he's going to pressure this wood income. And I think pressuring the wood is the correct play here, because Hera's going to need that wood for more food income, for more farms to produce units. And Yo is going forward with the barracks already. He'll probably add an archer range. Maybe, does he go archer range or does he go stable? Probably archer range and then tower, right? Or
dungeon. Archer range. Archer range. So we will see dungeon and archer range. I guess we will see skirm and spearman aggression from Mr. Yo again. And yeah, Mr. Yo is pretty good in those kind of scenarios.
Hera sees that. Takes a lot of damage on the scout, but he does see the villagers coming forward. And it's an archer range indeed for Mr. Yo. Hera still with 400 food in the bank when he reaches feudal age, Jordan.
That's amazing.
I think big misplay from Yo not to hit that rhino with his scout and deny that food.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, he couldn't really wall the rhino in because villagers kill palisade walls so quickly.
Yeah.
So that's not really an option, but he definitely could have killed it with the scouts.
A lot of things were going on, obviously, so maybe he missed on that one. And
Yeah.
now we see a dungeon being placed by Mystio. The counter's tower is there as well for Hera, and I think the dungeon should still finish, right?
Yeah,
Even
it
though
should.
there are only 4 villagers building that one, yeah, but he should be
And
fine.
dungeon's gonna be harder to take out than the
Yeah,
tower is.
exactly. Hmm.
Does cost more, so it's a bigger investment,
Yeah.
but still it has more HP here.
Yeah.
And the wood line is now denied. So
Exactly.
Hera will need to take the straggler trees. He is going for the farms. Which, like I said before with Frank's, easier transition. So that's going to help him through the early lanes. And he's controlling his scouts. Of course he doesn't get hit by that spearman. It's Hera.
Of course not.
He's never
Yeah.
going to get hit by that.
And the thing is, the dungeon has shot a couple of times onto the scouts and not done any damage, so this tower fight could even be lost here for Hera. For Monsieur.
Mhm.
Scouts not really finding any damage. I guess on the berries, that's the first thing where they are going to be successful in. And Mystio hits the tower instead of the villagers, and now he's retargeting. But yeah, overall looks good for still Mystio because he has more stone.
And he's heading over now with the trash army to the stone from Hera. Hera's going
Yeah.
out to stone to repair, and Yo is going to be there. What great game sense from him. Also has the spearman over in the berries. And Yo is harassing the hell out of Hera's eco. Hera,
What?
though, finding the villagers from Mr. Yo
What?
that just went out for that tower. That is so weird that he would go out for that.
That doesn't make any sense.
Just repair your dungeon.
That doesn't make sense what he is doing. Dave, it feels like he's throwing. It feels like he's throwing.
It feels like he's throwing. It does. Like he's going to lose 4 villagers here, Jordan. Did he misclick that? What happened there?
He must have misclicked that.
Well, now Hera has the lead.
Hera definitely
Easily.
has the lead. Yeah, and he has horse color with Franks, obviously.
I mean, what was that?
I have no idea. The Spearman taking down 2 scouts, that is obviously nice. But, oh god.
I'm speechless, honestly.
Karma. The good old karma.
Good old karma from the lames, yep.
Ay, 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 ay.
Good
Yeah,
old
Hera
karma
is
from
still
the
trying
lames.
to make some... Yeah, exactly. That's why you never lame in tournament. That's why you never lame.
I mean, Yo still has a competitive villager count, and you mentioned horse color with Franks. Yo has horse color, and he is Sicilian, so the farms have a lot of food on them. They're going to be
Yep.
lasting for a very long time, but still, what a rough
Listen,
mid game
the-
for Yo.
Exactly. Doesn't make up for the 4 villager deficit right now.
No.
And Hera, after all that has happened, after the start, he has found himself in a very good position, and he definitely has the better lead here over Mystio.
I think the only thing that concerns me a little bit for Hera is military count right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because he still only has scouts. He doesn't have any... obviously, you don't really want to be going into skirmishers with... or against Sicilians, but... It would really help in this situation because right now he can't commit against this army on his stone at all, and now he's going to lose vills.
Yeah. At least one will go down. Nice job by
Yo trying
Mystio,
to
but
save his vills at home, and Hera losing
He
that
will be.
scout, and he
Oh,
kills
2.
2! Big. Wow.
Wait, what? And as you mentioned, Hera's military count only at 3 right now.
Yep.
He needs to fully rely on towers in order to defend his economy, and I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, Dave.
Hera's looking for these vills, man. I love watching Hera with these scouts. When he knows there's
Yeah.
weak vills there that are one hit away, Hera,
Yep.
Leary, MBL, oh my god. They can be so
Yep.
annoying with that. I should add Viper to that list too, because he's
What
definitely
about Jordan?
guilty.
I'm just kidding. You don't have
You
to
do your
answer.
best. You do your best. I mean,
trying to
you're
be-
better than
yeah,
Doubt with it.
I'm not sure if that is a compliment.
Well, I mean, it is, right? How would that be not a compliment?
Because Doubt sucks in those kind of situations.
But you're still better than him.
So you're saying I'm better than someone who sucks in those situations?
It doesn't have to be an insult.
I take it as an insult, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Good that we talked about that one.
Yeah.
So Monsieur is on stone, so he's going to be able to play some dungeons as well, and that's exactly what he is aiming for. And yeah, Hera is just being
That's cute.
extremely annoying. Yeah.
Splits around from the TC fire, separates the groups, and keeps running around here, and the spearmen are just chasing around and around and around, and Yo's like, get off of my lawn, please.
This is just beautiful to watch, isn't it? Like, usually you're saying, okay, once you have the villagers under the TC, they're safe, but Hera has other ideas here.
Dude, look at the farming eco from Hera, too. It's so orderly.
Yeah.
It's just so well arranged.
Yeah.
Even with the tower and that one tile gap over on the side, like, it's beautiful.
Yeah. He plays his farms better than most players with poles.
Yeah.
Where it's much more important. And Hera is going to have the economy now to go up to Castle Age. Dave, is he, after the start, going to win this game? I'm asking.
He's going up to Castle Age. He's still wandering around with the scouts. He's going to probably kill another 2 villagers here. That's 1 dead. Does he get the second one? No, it loses a couple scouts. I think the problem for him is going to be the farms that are cut off at the front here by the dungeons. And stopping the push over on this side, but Knight should be able to help with that, right?
Yeah, definitely. And we're just in a phase where Hera will go to Castle Age now, and there's not going to be too much happening right now, I would assume. Monsieur will try his very best to get as many farms tonight as possible, but if we take a look at the northern side of the TC of Hera,
yeah, there's
there's just so many farms still.
I love the fact that Hera or Yo is walling these though. I really like that.
Yeah,
so that it's harder for the Knights to just take them out immediately. Yo now going for more outposts. Really wants that vision. He is denying kind of the gold and the stone over on that side, but Hera's taking gold up in the north. And I think Yo's going to switch around there, and Yo's going to try and add another donjon here on the farms at the back, but there's already a tower there from Hera.
Yeah. That's the problem. He will be able to place a very nice donjon himself, but I don't think it could go up because the knights are going to come up in a moment, 5 seconds away from Castle Age. And this is going to look very rough for Monsieur because he is not even up to Castle Age yet.
And I think Hera can even make an argument for sending the knights just forward into Yo's eco and kind of ignoring that army at the back for the time being. Well, there is another donjon there, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to respond
and
to that.
We have a third stable coming up as well for Hera. And now the quick walls need to be on point, and they are not. The donjon will go up.
It'll cut off some farms. It'll force a response, and it'll buy... I think the most important thing here is it'll buy Yo time to get up to Castle Age. Hera's going to have his knights back here and not in the eco from Yo. And Hera now goes out with all of those villagers to try and batter that down. Yo getting that nice little house on the side. So he's not going to be able to cover the full surface of the donjon.
Yeah,
but still, it will be enough to take this position.
Exactly. And as you mentioned, Mr. Yo, he wants to buy himself time with that dungeon, nothing else. And I don't think he will buy himself too much time here. He's desperately trying to get some repairs in, but that dungeon will go down eventually. And with that, we will see a lot of villages being killed as well for Mr. Yo.
Wow, dude. What a recovery from Hera. I think Yo opened the door and Hera walked right through it.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Like, if Yo plays this game with no mistakes, I don't think Hera can play well enough to come back. But Hera's just sitting there ready for Yo to make a mistake. That's exactly what happened, and he's taken full advantage. He's going to kill all these spearmen for Mr. Yo, and now the knights are looking so strong without any upgrades on them either. Just that Frankish HP.
Exactly. Helps a lot, and now we have only 3 army for Mr. Yo. No, he didn't lose the villages, but he's going to lose those because there is a tower coming up for Hera. And we right now have 44 villages for Mr. Yo only. versus the 51, and the army size is just a big
He's-
difference here.
He is staying alive, though. The house wall is on the gold back there. House wall is on the wood line at the front. He's killing some knights at the back with the spearmen. He's going for pikemen now. He's got a decent amount of resources in the bank, but still, things are looking awfully rough for Mr. Yo. And he finally loses the last villager at the back.
Yeah. 52 villages against 42, and he just has idle economy all over the place. Look at the main gold. Look at his TC. The knights are being super annoying, killing villagers left and right. And yeah, Hera loses knights himself, but the villagers are more important here. And I don't see anything Mr. Yo can do anymore to save himself. It just feels like a fight he just cannot take on anymore.
He's going
Amazing
for the
recovery by Hera.
fast TC over there on the wood line, so he should be safe. But Hera goes for a siege workshop as soon as he sees that go up. So he'll have a mangonel pressuring that area soon. Yo is still on stone, so maybe he could go for more TCs, or maybe think about YOLO buying himself a castle if he really needs to. He's going for a monastery now. Hera's still without any upgrades for these knights, Jordan.
Yeah. And
It's a
Mr. Yo
ram?
has transitioned into pikemen. I gotta say, Hera loves those rams, doesn't he? He prefers them more than the mangonels this tournament so far.
Yeah, in this tournament. I think it depends on the day you can catch him, right? Sometimes he switches back and forth between unit preferences pretty hard. Calling things trash or calling things OP or whatnot.
And yeah, the thing is, Hera is always having very nice trades against those pikemen because he just has the numbers. And Mr. Yo is sending them out one by one because he feels like, oh yeah, give me the knights. I want to fight against them, but Hera, that's fine for him. That's totally fine.
Yep, Hera's just raiding him to death right now. Yo did get some kills against the villagers at the front with a knight of his own, but now he's losing so many villagers at the back here. Hera's losing a lot of knights, Jordan, but it's worth it. Worth the trades at the moment anyway. If it continues like this, maybe not worth it long term, and as Yo is now building up for a castle, but he's getting value from it currently, and he's going for a second TC of his own.
Yeah. This is looking very dominating from Hera. He has a 16 villager advantage right now. They're going to take down the barrack now, which means that Mr. Yo will only have one barrack for producing the pikemen, which he desperately needs. And the good thing for Mr. Yo is that Hera still doesn't have any upgrades on those knights, which helps a lot. But still, it feels like a hard position to recover from.
Yo doesn't have fletching either, so I guess that kind of like balances itself out.
Yeah. I love the raid from Mr. Yo on the left-hand side on the extra gold of Hera.
Yep.
That could take down a lot of villagers here.
And he doesn't notice it yet. Oh, he just did. Okay.
He just. Okay. I would love to see a castle by Hera onto the TC.
You know, I love games where neither player makes a mistake, but I also love games like this where players are making mistakes all the way through, and then the other guy is trying to adapt to it, right, and take advantage.
Exactly.
It's really interesting to watch. We saw a huge mistake there with Yo, sending those villagers out from the donjon, when he could have continued to idle that wood line and maybe even win that fight over there. And Hera capitalizing, taking the advantage. Hera still without any upgrades for his units.
Yeah, I'm so surprised by that. So surprised by that. And Mr. Yo is trying to be annoying with further raids with those knights, but Hera should have a clear idea of what is going to happen.
Hera's going
here.
for a castle. Forward.
He will finally go for the castle here.
Ooh, potential though. If you're gonna throw, a forward castle is one way to throw. And Sicilians.
Yeah.
Come on, Yo. We want a good finish to this game, my dude. We want a good finish to this game. Do it. Do it. He's not doing it. Jordan. I even put on my Palpatine voice and he's not doing it.
Yeah, if he doesn't do it with that voice, then he will not do it. And that castle will go up without any challenge from Mr. Yo whatsoever. And that means that all these villagers have to run for their lives He just places another TC on the top. Oh, Dave. I feel like Mr. Yo is, no, he just doesn't want to surrender here.
If I was a degenerate Twitch chatter, I would be typing Mr. Throw a mega lol right now. But clearly I'm not.
No, you're not. But yeah, I see why you would do that. Mr. Throw, it makes sense.
Yep. Hera's still without upgrades for these knights, by the way. He's still killing villagers because Yo doesn't even have fletching. And the numbers of the knights will counter the numbers of the pikemen. And Yo ends the game without even going for that castle that he was building up towards. And damn, dude. Hera coming back from this after he got super lamed. Omega lamed at the beginning of the game.
That was just amazing. Crazy. Like, after seeing the first 10 minutes of this game, I was like, okay, there's no way he can bounce back on this one.
I mean, Hera's playing amazing right now. He's
on
peak form, and you know he came back to the game before Viper or Leary, so maybe he has a little bit of an advantage coming into these tournaments. He didn't look great in the other weeklies, or no, I guess he won. Did he win against Winchester in that one weekly final? I think he did, right?
I think he lost that one.
He lost against Vinch.
Second.
Ah, so he looked decent in that one, but yeah, he brought it for season 1 finals.
Yeah, he plays extremely well, especially when there is a bit more on stage. So definitely, he showed that today, and just amazing play by him. Woo! Okay, so Dave, I'm super happy that this day at least delivered compared to yesterday, and I think we got what we were hoping for. I hope you enjoyed it as well, Dave. It was a pleasure for me to have you again on my side, and yeah, always a pleasure to have you here.
I'm always on your side, buddy.
That's good to hear, Dave. That's good to hear.
Through sickness and through health, even if you're sickly. I'll be there.
I love that.
I'll be there, man. All right,
okay.
Thanks for the tournament, dude. It was a great time.
Awesome. I hope we have season 2 then.
Looking forward to season 2. Damn.
Awesome. Okay, Dave. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, you too, man. All right, guys. That was Jordan, and that was Hera against Yo, and Yo couldn't pull that out. Amazing. I still think, like, if Yo had killed this boar, or even lured it further away, doing that right next to the berries, I think was a massive mistake. Because Hera took advantage of all of that food. If he didn't have that rhino or that elephant, and Yo lamed the other one too, oh boy, he would have been through the goats before he even gets to Feudal Age. He would have had to farm in Dark Age likely just to get enough food to go up. Or just wall the corpse in. Walling the corpse in does nothing. You know how fast palisade walls go down to villagers? Walling the corpse in takes like 10 seconds to get through. It's, yeah, wow.